Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Ah, beautiful night, right? Beautiful night. Let's go up here. Number one. Ah, Lucy, number one. Hello, PG. Hope you're doing well and hope you got a lot of the off time you needed. Hey, amen. God bless. Number one, Lucy. Ha ha. Judy, number two. Hello, PG and everyone. Much love. Hey, girl, I appreciate those purple hearts for summer. God bless. Linda, number three. She says, hello, PG and chat. Hello to you, Linda. And bless Lulu, you slid in number four. Oh, purple hearts. God bless purple hearts. Says, hello, everyone. Welcome to Summer Moon Utah Wells channel. Amen. Amen. That is the God's honest truth. This is Summer's channel. Praise the Lord on that one. Anyway, let me go on down through here and hello, Ronald. How you doing tonight? Tracy, how you doing? How you doing? How's all my children tonight? How's all PG's children tonight? All right. I got a lot of kids in here. How you doing, One Love? PG, hope you're feeling better. Yeah. Wasn't me feeling bad, hon. Wasn't me. It's my little girl. It's my little girl. That's why I'm taking some time off right now. How you doing, Suzanne? Hello, PG in chat. Hello to you, sweetie. Hey, Deputy Sheriff. Hello, Mama PG and my siblings. I have missed you all. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Deputy Sheriff, that is the truth. we are we are one big family here. I'm Mama PG, right? Now you guys, when somebody asks you who's your mama, you'll tell them PG. Right? PG my mama. Amen. That is funny. Oh, and last time I heard, we are all, everybody here, we're all family and we are all law enforcement, right? Everybody here is law enforcement. according, according to the Chubb sisters, right? We're all all law enforcement now. That's the new thing. Right? That's funny stuff. Funny stuff right there. How you doing, Blessed Lulu? She says, I'm blessed and recovering from surgery. Hey, girl. Amen. Amen. God bless. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. It's going down through here. How you doing, Robin? How you doing, sweetie? Bless Lulu. Much love. Amen. There you go. There you go. That's what I love about here. That's what I love about this channel that God put together for summer. Everybody here really cares about one another. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. How you doing, Pom Pom Mommy too? Hi, Mama PG. How you doing? How you doing, my daughter? You minding yourself? You guys better be minding yourselves. Don't make me have to pull out the don't make me have to pull out the belt. Right? Hey Lisa, how you doing tonight? God will heal her PG. Amen, girl. Amen. Amen. I have all faith in God. Absolutely. Hey Mary, how you doing tonight? Good evening, sissy. Hope you're doing good. Hey girl, I hope you're doing good too. I hope you're doing good. God bless. Good to see you in here, sweetie. Absolutely. Um, Yeah, lots been going on. Um, we lost three of adults, older adults, over the last couple of days. Three children, right? Three children. And our condolences go out to the families of these people who lost their loved ones, right? Senselessly, as usual. You know, it's these people, I don't know what's, you know, wrong with humans today. I don't have any idea, you know, why they want to rechannel their aggression onto innocent people. I do not understand that. I don't. But three little children are gone from our world now. Two little girls and a boy. And you know, three beautiful adults are gone out of the world as well. One little girl was trying to pull the fire alarm along with the little boy when all of this happened. You know, so sad. The preacher lost his only daughter. He has three sons left, but he lost his only daughter. And that's super hard as well. Um, yeah, it's sad. It is heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And the most heartbreaking thing about all of this was the parents knew that this young lady, they knew this young lady was mentally disturbed, right? They knew she needed help. They knew she should not have any type of weapons in her presence, right? I mean, let's go back to the Idaho 4 case. This man went in there and he did away with 4 people, right? He did not use a gun. This man used a knife. When people are, when their mind is set out to do something, they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done one way or another. I mean, it ain't, it doesn't have nothing to do with, what type of weapon they pick. It all has to do with their mental capacity and how bad they want to get done what they want done. And it's going to get done. That's just how it is. We can't blame it on any type of weapon. We have to blame it on the human beings that are doing it. We have to start focusing more and reporting. We need to report people that are a danger not only to others but to oneself. Our society, we have to open up facilities again. We have prisons. We have prisons in this country to put criminals in. Because why? They're dangerous to society. Well, mentally ill people are dangerous to society as well. Right? And we need to have facilities for them so that they can't hurt themselves or hurt others. A place where they can be reported and took to if necessary. I know that they shut all of that down because, of the back history of what was going on in those types of places. But We no longer live in the 17, 18, early 1900s. We live in 2023. We live where we we monitor everything now. So, people put their parents in old age homes all the time, right? They put their parents in old age homes. But yet, people like this particular young lady that was very dangerous to society, where can they put her? Where could they put her? Well, if they would have had a facility for her parents to have put her in before this happened, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be talking about this. There needs to be a facilities reopened for people like that, right? People like that is what we need to control. Nothing more, nothing less. It just is what it is. Hey, Amy, how you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing, Lady Q? Yeah, so that's my thought on it. Well, every time something like this happens, they want to talk about, weapon control. Weapon control. No. Let's talk about human control. Weapons don't do anything to no one unless there's someone behind that weapon, right? There's got to be someone behind it. There's got to be a human behind it. Like I said, the Idaho 4, Idaho 4, there was choice of weapon was a knife. What are we going to do? Ban all of them? Ban all of those too? So nobody could cut an apple or a tomato? No one could cut, their beef or anything anymore, right? And then we better take the forks away. Let's take the forks away too. What I'm saying is, and then it'll be, let's cut down all the trees in America because somebody might just, cut a branch off and use it. Come on. This is, we're way more intelligent than this. We need to control the people. It's human control. We need to find a place to be able to put and monitor these people with mental illness, especially the ones that are dangerous to not only oneself but other humans. That's what we need to start controlling. And just stop with all the other crap. We need to stop with all the rest. I'm going to tell you what they want to do. What they want to do is take your protection out of your hands. They want to take the protection out of the normal, everyday people's hands. The ones that, that only use it for protection. You don't come bothering them, they won't be bothering you. Right? And the people that are going to bother you, criminals that are going to bother you, that are going to seek you out and attack you, they're going to have something anyway. You're going to be the one out in the cold. I'm not going to hear that. What they need to do is, like I said, it's called human control. Put the criminals where they need to be and put the people that are so mentally disturbed that they're dangerous to oneself and others in a place as well, right? And then our neighborhoods and our streets and everything will be crime free, right? Let's focus on the ones doing it, not what they're doing it with. There you go. Amen, Yogi. I agree. I agree. Absolutely, I agree. Um, I'm going to. I really want to send out our condolence to the people who lost their lives over the last couple of days. I think that's important for us to do. Um, so I did make a video for them. I did make a video for them. I want to play it out. And then we are going to get to business on what's going on in Summer's case. Then we are going to get to business on what happened in, what's happening out here in the YouTube world when it comes to Summer's case. But I just wanted to stop tonight and, you know, recognize these beautiful people that are not with us any longer. Um, and it's very sad. As I said, it was, a senseless thing that happened, and it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented if people would have just made the phone calls they needed to make. The parents would have done more, knowing what type of child they had. We, as a society, have to keep other people safe, you know, even if that means even if that means turning in one of your own children. You need to keep everyone else safe, right? You need to keep everyone else safe. If you got a child like that, you really need to seek help for it. That's the best thing you can do, is seek help for it. But I'm going to play out this for them, then we're going to get to business. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we addressed what had went on. As I said, we send out our condolences to each and every one of the families that has lost a loved one. And yes, we are so sorry. We are so sorry that this has happened. Absolutely. So sorry. Um Now, as hard as it might be after all of this to get down to business, we got to get down to business on Summer's case. You know, I'm tired of Daisy. You know, Daisy's playing the same old song and dance that we have seen many times. You know, we seen it with Cher, right? We all seen it with Cher. Hushing up the wells, taking up for the wells, pitying the wells, running us down every damn road there was in Dark Alley, blaming everyone, you know, everybody and anybody but the wells. Been there, done that. Benny Keys, let's play it again, Sam, right? Let's play it again, Sam. Benny Keys, you know, did the same exact thing. Let's keep the focus on everything and anything but the wells, right? Smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. Smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. I mean, this guy even went there, attacked Summer's army, right, for the wells. We all seen him run down the hill, attacking the people that were there for Summer, that loved Summer, cared about Summer. I mean, he was even hugging, kissing, and squeezing the pissy pillow, right? He had no idea. He had no idea, you know, what he was doing, that's for sure. You know, so I'm sorry, but that still makes me laugh. Um, I don't think that that's going to ever make me stop laughing. That pitsy pillow, that's the funniest damn thing. But um, it is what it is, right? And and Benny went batshit crazy after he found out what he was sniffing, hugging, and feeling on, right? A big pillow of Candace's piss. Ew. Yeah, that was funny stuff, man. But you know, we done been there. We done been there. You know, Cam put us through it. Cam and Allie. Oh God, how long did they protect the wells? Right? I mean, it's to the point that it's actually sickening to watch. Not that it wasn't sickening every other time we had to go through it, but it's just getting worse, right? I mean, now it's at the point you want to puke. Um, you know, nobody, nobody wants to, you know, nobody wants to hear hear all this BS again. Nobody wants to hear it again, right? It's no more. Don't play it again, Sam. Actually, don't play it again, Daisy. Right? Um, but you know, I promise you, Daisy was live, right? And like practically in the same breath, it was like, um, David Doxxing to Hunter guilty. David Doxxing to Hunter guilty. What? Okay, wait a minute. Hit the brakes, right? It's like slam. Uh, wow. That was like a great big wreckage over there, right? On the Daisy channel. Daisy, you can't accuse two people in the same breath. Um, Even I would think you'd be smarter than that, but guess not. And you know, let's go for David Doxxing. Let's go for David Doxxing. He's a creepy old fella, isn't he? I mean, he's really creepy. Oh yeah, he's creepy. Yeah, he's this thing, y'all. Yeah. Then you got the chat all getting in on it. Well, I agree. David Doxxing was a little eccentric, right? He's a little eccentric. He liked to play his flute. Um, he liked to dress up, in his, I don't know what kind of outfit that was, but it's kind of freaky. And David Doxxing seems to be, he likes to get into role play. And some scary role play as well, right? That was weird. But, he was more like homes for the poor. Right? Oh, you know. So anyway, let's go for David Doxxing. Point being is David Doxxing belonged to their church. He was part of their church. I don't know for how long. I hear it wasn't long, but still, he was in their church. And David Doxxing had no idea Summer was missing until Candace called. Who did Candace call? Well, first she called Allie, right? First she called Allie. That's her first phone call, was to Allie. Allie's phone was in the car charging. So Candace called Hunter. Hunter called Leslie. Leslie told Allie about it. And then when Allie got back to the car after the ball game, right? After the ball game, Allie got back to the car. She checked and then reached out to Candace, right? Now, this is the first people that Candace called. When she couldn't get a hold of Allie, she called Robin. She did not call Robin first. She called Robin after she called Allie, after she called Hunter, and after they wasn't getting back with her, she called Robin at the church. Now, let's remember, when Candace is making these phone calls, it is 8 o'clock when she's calling, about 8:30 when she's calling Allie and them. And now it's around 8, close to, I say she called Allie somewhere around between 8 and 8:30. She called Robin between 8:30 and 9. It's getting dark, or it is already dark almost. Okay, she can't get a hold of Robin because Robin's at her kid's recital, right? And so what she does is she calls the church. She tells the church she's trying to get a hold of Robin. When she tells the church that she's trying to get a hold of Robin because Summer is missing, they call David Doxxing. They ask David if he could find Robin and go up to the Wells house, escort her to the Wells house, because they didn't want her going alone, right? He said sure, he could do that as a favor to the church. So he gets a hold of Robin, and Robin says she's right behind him, and they're heading up to the Wells. Yes, he got there first. Now, he didn't have any idea Summer was missing until after the fact. And we all know this. We all know this. I mean, it's nothing new to any of us. Now, David got up there, you know, and Robin, and they were wanting to show their support. And yes, David went back and he, you know, that particular night, he took the kids, got the kids and kept them out of the Wells hair so that the Wells, well, Candace could be in the house talking to Allie again on the phone. And Donald could and Grandis could speak with law enforcement and focus on what was going on with all of that. And he kind of kept the children out of the Wells hair. And he asked if, they needed him to come back, that he would be glad to, take the kids so they could deal with what they needed to deal with. Maybe out. And he did. He came back out putt-putting and one thing and another to help the Wells out with the boys. So the boys wouldn't hear everything going on, wouldn't be so exposed to everything. This man thought he's doing this family a good deed, and he was. He was. But was it appreciated? No. It was not appreciated. Don and Candace Wells has let this man get accused of all kinds of stuff and many, many different occasions instead of standing up and speaking out for someone who was there for them as a friend. And they know for a fact that this man had nothing to do with what happened to Summer. They know that. I mean, Candace clears one of the light men, right? One of the lights, the worst people in that area, the Light brothers. She sees them in a supermarket and actually clears one of the Light brothers who lived right there in the area. Right there in the area. But she says she knows for a fact he done nothing, right? He done nothing. She cleared him. But this man from the church, they didn't stand up for him at all, did they? And if she knows for a fact the Light man didn't do anything to Summer, then she must know for a fact what did happen to her daughter. Because you can't clear anyone. You cannot clear anyone unless you know what happened. So basically that tells me Candace can clear everyone. If she can clear one person, she can clear them all. Because the only way you can clear anybody is if you have full knowledge of what did happen. There you go. I rest the case right there. I rest the case right there. It's BS. But let's blame Hunter for what Candace did as well, right? Let's blame little Hunter for a little 14, 15-year-old boy at the time. Let's blame him for Candace speaking dirty to him, right? Let's do that little thing. Let's do that little thing. Right here. Right here. Right here. Candace writes to Hunter. She says, with who? Your hand? Yeah. Rosie Palm and his 5 sisters. Candace writes back to him, and her brothers, right? I'm sure I got a little better picture. There you go. Right here. With whose hand? Yep, Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters. This is how she's talking. This is how she's talking to a 14, 15-year-old young man, right? A child. Candace Bly, damn near 40 years old, is talking to a child like this. Now, this is a woman with a son almost the age of Hunter. How would she have liked some woman her age talking to her son like that? I don't think she would have, right? I don't think she would have liked it at all. The Wells always like to do to people what they don't want done to them, right? Yeah, she does need to discover some soap and water. That's true. Yes, exactly what she was doing. This is Candace Wells. This is what Daisy's sitting over there trying to convince all of us, we the people. She's trying to convince all of us, we the people, that this woman that's saying these kind of things to a 14, 15-year-old little boy is innocent. Um, and it's all Hunter's fault. I mean, he was asking for it, right? Let's blame it on him. No, no. She initiates this with who with who your hand. He says I'm in a relationship, right? For one, I don't think a 40-year woman, up in her up in her 30s, early 40s, should even be addressing a young boy's profile like this. This is for a young boy and his friends, not for some sick ass adults to begin with. But you know, if you were the aunt of this boy, or you was the parent, a cousin or something, you would say, "Oh, well, that's sweet. You got you a little girlfriend," right? But no, she don't say that. She says something dirty to him, something a child that age don't even need to be hearing, right? Something a child that age should know nothing about. I mean, these are kids that should be playing basketball, you know, baseball, football. They're just barely, starting to even notice that the opposite sex is even alive, right? And I don't think they need to hear about that kind of nastiness right there. That's disgusting, if you ask me. I mean, she's literally asking this boy, you know, she's insinuating that this young boy is doing things to himself, right? Disgusting things to himself. Who does that? Who does that? That's just fucking nasty. I mean, if somebody was to write something like that, I don't allow my kids to have Facebooks. But if I did, and some nasty old hag wrote that on my son's profile, they'd be a knock on that door. They'd be a knock on that door. And then there'd be some more knocking going on. Right? Oh, hell no. That's an oh hell no. Oh no, you didn't. Right? You did not even go there, you butt nasty. You didn't go there. But this is what Daisy's sitting over there And then she goes, and her brothers, she says, and her brothers even insinuating something more upon this boy. Right? He says, F you too. I mean, now he's upset, you know. He's upset. And he has every right to be. No, bro, I don't F my homies. So she's thinking of doing something nasty with this boy. She's a grown, but you don't think she'd give him a twisted tea. You don't think a woman like this that talks to a little 14, 15-year-old child like this wouldn't give it a twisted tea? Oh, Daisy says he must have stole it. She thinks he stole it. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because you know what? A person that can talk to a young boy, a little boy like this, can do anything. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't think Hunter lied. And why would Candace run to his house to tell him, what did you tell law enforcement, that you need to keep your mouth shut, and then try to bully him? She wouldn't have went through all of that. She wouldn't have went through all of that if she did not willfully give him things that she should not have that day. Right? Case closed. Case closed, Daisy. Case closed. Stop turning the victims into the bad people. Hunter is a victim of this woman. Hunter is a victim of Candace Wells, Donald Wells, Grandis Wells. He was a victim. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what he was. They played that boy like a fiddle. They have destroyed this young man's life, and they don't care. Just like David Doxxing, they don't care. Just like Mr. Dobbs, they don't care. The Wells are so scared out. They're so scared that they are willing to ruin anyone's life to keep the focus off of them. Right? And they are the number one suspects, Miss Daisy. Number fucking one. There you go. If they were so great, Miss Daisy, June 15th, 2 months from now, Miss Daisy, 2 months from now, 2 months from now, Miss Daisy, it will be 2 years, and the wells still have not been cleared by law enforcement. You know, Michael Vaughn's parents were cleared right away. Go figure. But not the Wells. The Wells have not been cleared. Matter of fact, they're number one suspects in law enforcement's eyes. Yeah, stick that where the sun don't shine, Miss Daisy. Do that. Do that, because you've been trying to stick everything else there, right? When it comes to the Wells. Don't want no light shining on the Wells. We want to just put that big spotlight everywhere else. Because they might not come up on my channel if I did that. If I put the spotlight on them, they might not come up on my channel, and I have to worry about my click, likes, and views. Right? Yeah, Miss Daisy. I got your ass talking bad about other creators. Right? They were all working together. They were all working together for the Wells. Remember that, Miss Daisy? They were doing it for the money. They were selling their souls. What, like you are right now? Like you are right now, Miss Daisy? I mean, that's in your own damn life. Won't you take your ass back here and watch it? That's in your own life. Yeah, you talking about other folks doing exactly what you're doing right now, right? Old pot calling the kettle black. The old pot calling the kettle black there, Miss Daisy. You sure did. And I'm going to tell you something. That's all the hell she does. That's all she does. Daisy is a dangerous person. She's a very dangerous person because she will say whatever brings her the views, right? She will lead people to believe whatever brings the views. That's that's her problem. That's her problem. That's her problem. She likes to do that shit. But then she goes and talks about all these other creators, Molly Golightly. They gave her $49. I don't understand what they gave. They just right out of nowhere gave her $49. Um, well, I tell you what, Molly was for Summer. Molly busted her ass for Summer. Molly Golightly told the Wells where they could go stick it. Molly Golightly was one of them up there. Summer's army, fighting for Summer, seeking the truth for Summer. Right? On like you, Miss Daisy. On like you. Say what you want to say about Don B, but Don B is for Summer. He is 100% for Summer, for the victim. Right? He's for the victim. Right? Now I'm going to tell you something, Miss Daisy. You've been calling me Kathy. Kathy Morrison. Well, hon, that is a name that's already been out there. You're going to have to try a little harder than that. I do not know no Kathy Morrison. I don't know none of these people. I don't know no Martha. I don't know no freaking zoo lady. I do not know nobody that you have been saying. So many people. So many people. And you're right, Ronald. She has been focusing on PG. You're right. And I wanted to, that's one of the things that I'm going to settle here, and I'm going to settle tonight. Miss Daisy, you have no fucking idea who I am. You are running around trying to put people out there, innocent people. Margaret. Yeah, that's Dusty Butt Margaret, right? Dusty Butt Margaret to everyone. I have been so many people, I can't even remember all their names. I cannot remember all their names. But I can assure you, I am not none of these people. None of these people. That I am not Kathy from Tennessee. I am not Kathy from Ohio. I am not Kathy from Florida, California, or any other places, because my name is not Kathy. Now, my name is not Dusty. My name is not Martha. I don't even know who Martha is. I am not Martha, who, whatever fucking initial you guys were saying. I can't even remember. But I'm not Martha. I'm not Martha from any state you've been naming as well. I'm none of these people. You're wrong. And I'm putting it out here because we've already had a couple of people, that has come forth crying, upset. I mean, I have one lady up on my panel. She should not had to come up there with her daughter and her son because of Daisy and them, right? I can't remember exactly what her name was as well. I don't know. There's so many of them. I can't remember. I'm sorry. What was her name? I don't even know. I do know they were up here just a couple weeks back. They're ready to sue. They're ready to sue the shit out of Miss Daisy, right? And it's people like that. Their family starts getting harassed. People start, bothering these families. And it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad. It really does. Because these people do not deserve. They do not deserve. Patricia Dean, that's her name. I appreciate that, Deputy Sheriff. Patricia Dean. Yeah, they put that poor woman through hell and her family, right? And what Miss Daisy's going to end up getting is a good, fine lawsuit upon her ass. What she's going to get is somebody that's going to go after YouTube instead of Miss Daisy. And then Miss Daisy is going to be completely shut down off of YouTube altogether. You cannot do what her and Jinkies and them are trying to do, right? They're taking innocent people and they're getting attacked. And I am here to tell you these people are innocent. They are not me. They are not PG. They are not PG. Daisy has no damn idea who I am. She has no idea where I live, what I do for a living, or anything else. Right? She has, I'm going to tell you what, Miss Daisy don't want to find out who I am. She don't want to. Trust and believe that. Miss Daisy, you do not want to find me. Because then your old man Mr. Billy won't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Right? And neither will you. Not that I want that rundown shack you live in. But by God, I'll take it. I'll take it if you put me and my family in harm's way. I'll definitely take it. Now, you opened a camera on yourself. You went to a prayer vigil and allowed yourself to become public information. You let your niece up on your panel, Miss Daisy. You let your niece up on your panel, Miss Daisy. And you were the one who let your niece call you Amy. Everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. Your own niece put your name out there for everyone to know. You guys put all of your own information out there for everyone to know. Nobody did nothing to you. Absolutely not. Now you like to holler that someone did for attention, but they didn't. And no, I have no son named Billy Ray. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but not one of my sons are named Billy. Matter of fact, that's your husband's name, right? That's your husband's name. And I'm finding that kind of weird. That, you guys are using your husband's name. Billy Ray Cyrus? Yeah. He could be my son. He could be my son. Yeah, and she does cry. She does cry. Miss Daisy, I did not at no time threaten Jinky's restaurant. At no time did I threaten Jinky's restaurant at all. I don't think saying that, that you'll cook yourself a meal, you'll cook yourself something to eat is as a threat. How is, I cook my own food a threat? So what, did you take that to heart that I don't think Jinkies can cook? Was that some hurt feelings? I don't know how that could be a threat at all. You can play it all you want, Miss Daisy. Play it all you want. Because I know I threatened no one. I know I did not threaten anyone. All it says is I will cook my own food. I would cook my own food. I can't help it that, I don't think you guys can cook. And I can't help it that, Jinkies is supposed to be cooking people food, but she's not there to cook it. Right? She's not ever there to cook it. And how could you be threatening someone that isn't ever there? She's not ever at the restaurant. Even Ernie said the damn place is closed all the time. The damn place is closed. Even he tries to come get something to eat, and it's always closed. So how are you threatening someone that isn't even there? Right? I mean, get it right, Miss Daisy. Quit saying that I went and threatened anyone, because I didn't. I mean, that's all in your own mind. That's all in your own mind. It sounds to me like you want to take it as a threat. That's what it sounds like to me. You want to take it as a threat. No. Nope, that's not true either, Miss Daisy. Everybody knows that you showed your own fat face out here. Everybody knows that you showed you opened your camera up and literally showed yourself. You went to a prayer vigil and showed yourself, right? And people got a hold of your picture, and then they sent it around and let everybody know who you was, right? Don't go out there in society. Anytime people take pictures of you at a prayer vigil or something like that, and they get to know who you are, it becomes public knowledge. I mean, they posted it up on this website, right? They posted it up on the website telling who you was. And that ain't nobody's fault but your own. If you wanted to keep your identity safe, you should have kept your camera shut and yourself out of society. But then you want to go blame other people, for all of your mistakes. And that shows me that you were a spoilt brat as a kid, because I'm going to tell you why. You never learned self-blame. You never learned how to blame yourself, Miss Daisy. Right? You haven't learned to blame yourself. You need to learn to take self-blame. No, I'm not a horrible person. And my name is not Kathy. I don't know who Kathy is, but I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her just like I feel sorry for Patricia Dean and all the other people, that people like you, innocent people that you are putting in harm's way. I feel sorry for them. You are the evil human being by doing what you're doing. You are the evil human being there, Daisy. Absolutely not a good person at all. Right? Not a good person at all. That's true. That's true, Molly. Wisconsin Mama. Well, Wisconsin Mama actually had Lisa. She actually had Lisa um, run Miss Daisy stuff. It was Lisa that found out who Miss Daisy was, and then Wisconsin Mama was the one that called it out. Once that, but that was after. That was after Amanda. That was after Amanda called her Amy. Once Amanda called her Amy, and then they said that they were from, you know, down in the hills. Once they said they were in the hills, um, that was all it took, right? Because they gave out their location. They gave out their location, and they gave out Daisy's first name. And once they did that, then Wisconsin Mama and Lisa got together and they found out exactly who Daisy was. Absolutely. And then from there, it was nothing, once you did a little bit of more research, you found out everything you wanted to know about Daisy, right? And that's what people do. And that's all public information about Daisy, because why? She let her own stuff out. She had people upon her panel letting her out, her family, you know. And Wisconsin Mama, wanted to know what Daisy's husband did for a living. And obviously, Miss Daisy, what did I find out? Um, I guess what everybody else found out, right? What everybody else found out. That's what we found out. It wasn't nothing, because it sure got you all roused up, don't it? It's got you all roused up, don't it, Miss Daisy? You're all roused up. Oh, I got Moo Moo Cow trying to come on panel. What do you got to say, Miss Daisy?
What I got to say is,
Go
first of all,
ahead.
you know what you've
What do you
done
got
the
to
last
say?
couple of days. You know
What do
what
you
you
got
and
to
your
say,
dirty
Miss
little
Daisy?
leaders did. You tried to get my friend fired, but it didn't work.
I didn't
You
try to get
went real
anybody done.
life
What
on
did I
her
do,
and you
Miss
called
Daisy?
her damn work.
Who did I try to get fired now,
I'm
Miss
not telling you
Daisy?
because she
Yeah,
asked
I'm
me
going
and
to
I
tell
can
you
tell
something, Miss
you.
Daisy, because the last few
But
days
you
I've
don't
been
know. She's
tending to
got
my own
connections with
daughter.
law
I've
enforcement,
been tending to
so she
my
can find out who
my
it was that did
daughter.
it.
I ain't had time to fuck with you, Miss Daisy.
Yeah,
I've
prayer
been too
garden.
busy
We
with
know
my
what you've
daughter.
done. That's why
You
you've been
know, and what
quiet
have you
because you've
been
been
doing? What have
guilty.
you been doing?
I know
What?
exactly who
Why
you
don't
are,
you tell me
Catherine.
what you've been doing?
You gave me your real phone number. You forgetting that?
No, I haven't ever given anybody a real
Yes, you
phone
did,
number,
prayer
Miss Daisy.
garden. And I
No,
know who
I
you
didn't.
are. So you
No,
need to
I
stop.
didn't.
I know everything
No,
about you.
no,
Yes,
I
you do.
didn't.
Like
That's
you
a
know
lie.
me, I know
That's a
you
lie.
too.
I haven't ever
And
gave
I could be mean
anybody
like you
a
and put
real
it out there,
phone
but I
number.
choose not to
Why
put it
would I
out
ever
there.
do that, especially to you?
Prayer garden, you have not
That's
everything about
bullshit.
me. You want me to tell you about my husband? My husband's was a coal miner for 30 some years. Yes, we had a towing business. We no longer have it. So stop calling and texting me. Because you texted me the other day from
I
your
don't
phone
call and text you at
asking
all.
us, can
The
we
last
close
time
it?
I talked to you, Daisy, is
We
when
yes, we
you
owned a
talked to me.
business. We no
You was
longer own
talking to
that
me
business.
through Facebook chat, asking me
Oh,
to
so
come
I'm
over
just
there
conveniently getting
because
your
that's how
phone
you were
number.
getting Donald on your panel. It
Why
was
are you so
you.
mad because I'm friends with
It
Donna
was
Candace that
you.
you have to
I
attack
ain't
me?
mad at you're talking to anyone, Miss Daisy.
I got a text from your
I'm not
phone
mad at anything. You
number
know what I'm upset about, Miss
asking
Daisy?
for a
Is that
tow
the
the
fact that you
same day
turned
you
on
tried to
Summer's
get my
back.
friend fired.
That's what I'm upset about, Miss
You
Daisy.
know, you're going real life on
Is
people
you
and it's
turned
not
on
right,
Summer's
prayer
back.
garden.
You are over
I would
there
never go
hollering the wells,
real
just
life on
like Benny
anyone.
Keys,
When you
just
go
like
woke
Cher,
up like
just
that,
like everybody else has.
Roxy,
And now you're
Molly,
doing it yourself. Why
Ronald,
don't you tell us
one of
why
you
you are
all has
calling
done
the
it. We are
wells, Miss
going to find
Daisy?
out.
Why are you for
They're
the
going to trace
suspect
that number
instead
back
of
to
the
you and you're going
victim,
to be
Miss
in court.
Daisy? Why don't you answer that?
What,
Why
prayer
don't you
garden?
answer
What?
that instead of coming on my panel
Give me
talking
a
a bunch
chance
of
to talk
crap that you know
then.
nothing about and I did not do?
You
Quit
did
accusing
too.
me of
Prayer
bullshit.
garden, you have
Quit
went real life
accusing me
on
of bullshit.
everyone.
You know you are a
You have.
liar.
I'm
And you
not
know
like you
what? God
though.
will get you. God will get you, Miss Daisy. I knocked her ass off because I ain't dealing with her. I ain't dealing with her. I have, been dealing with my daughter being sick. My daughter's got to go through a surgery. I'm not dealing with this bitch. Exactly. She needs to show her proof. Exactly right. Show her fucking proof, right? Show where I've been calling her. No, I haven't. I haven't. I have been busy with my child. Fuck her. That bitch better step back and she better step away from me. Like I said, if she knows what's best, she will do so. She will do so. This ain't about PG. This is about Summer Moon Utah Wells. The one she has turned on. The one she is taking up for the suspects instead of the victim, right? The suspect instead of the victims. That's her. That's Miss Daisy right there. All she cares about is her click likes, her views, her subs, her this, her that. One thing and another. I'm going to tell you, Miss Daisy, you know, take your threats of suing and court and all of that and stick it where the sun don't shine. You put yourself out there. No one else did. Don't go around trying to blame and accuse people. You know what? If you feel that I've been harassing you, then you show law enforcement all those phone calls that I supposedly made to you because you are a liar. You're a liar. Nobody's been calling you. You better check all of them freaking numbers. And when you do, you're the one that's going to be getting countersued. You're the one that's going to be in a lot of trouble, Miss Daisy. And I think it probably carries a pretty big sentence doing what you're doing. Because basically, what you're doing, Miss Daisy, is you are trying to get someone hurt out here, right? You're trying to get someone hurt out here. You have already, I don't know how many innocent people you have already put out here. Matter of fact, one's trying to sue you right now as we speak. You're the one's going to have a lawsuit on your back, and you're going to get others. Not only that, but you also threatened and blackmailed Lisa. You threatened and blackmailed poor Lisa because she came out to tell what she knows about the Wells, and you was wanting to silence her, and you threatened to put her. Um, you went, you and your crew over there, Christine. You guys ran Lisa. You guys ran Lisa and got all of her information that had nothing to do with you, none of your business. This woman, Lisa Jensen, is not none of your business. But you went and you pulled all of her stuff, and she personally has a lawsuit against you as well. So you probably got a double lawsuit on your back as we speak. And I don't know, who these other people are, Martha and Kathy and these other people you're doxing and calling out. I have no idea who they are, but I hope they jump on that lawsuit as well. You deserve it. You deserve it. You are scooping to rock bottom. I don't think you can go any lower than you already have went. And that's my opinion, Miss Daisy. This is America, and I'm entitled to it. There you go. And she's not going to come to your face, Lisa. She's not going to come to your face. She's not going to come to your face because you know why? She's evil. She goes and she does to people what she tries to come over here and say people are doing to her. No. And I'm going to tell you something. When people like Miss Daisy talk, because they're not that highly intelligent, when they talk, they're telling you more about them than they're ever going to tell you about you because they don't know you. She's coming over here telling us exactly how they are. That's what they do. They call people to see if they can find out who they are. They're the ones that run people's backgrounds and find out who they are. And Wisconsin Mama and that Lisa that she was hanging around with, they were pretty bad for running people and trying to figure out who they are as well, right? They, Wisconsin Mama actually went with Lisa trying to figure out who I was. She asked Lisa if Lisa could find out who I was, and I had no idea about it. But then I found out, I let it go, right? I let it go over my back like water over a duck's back because I liked Wisconsin Mama, right? I liked her. I mean, I wanted to end the friendship right there and then because friends don't do that to one another, right? They don't do that. And I should have. Yeah, Lisa K. Lisa K. And I should have, had nothing else to do with Wisconsin Mama then. But my bad. My bad, right? And then, I took back up with her. And what did she do at that point? Right? She started turning on my back again. Well, you know, first time, man, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. I don't like shames on me. I don't like it. And, I'm not going to put up with Miss Daisy, especially right now. I'm not. Absolutely not. You know, when her niece was sick and in the hospital, I was right there for her. I was right there for her. Matter of fact, I even put up her Cash App over here. So to get money to help her go, be able to see her niece. And my child going through some shit right now, and this bitch ain't having no compassion or mercy on PG at all. Fuck Miss Daisy. I will not forget this. I will not forget this. I will not forget her turning on Summer's back. And I will not forget how she treated me during my hard time, right? She don't know. Miss Daisy don't know. God will get her. He will get her. She's lying. And she knows she's lying. And I'm going to tell you something, Miss Daisy. Satan's the father of all liars. So we know who your daddy is. We don't have to look that up. We know. Absolutely no. Um, Sherry, you made your face public as well. You sit up on all these panels with your face hanging wide out. You made yourself a public image, and therefore you can't do anything. Anything. You shared your own face upon my panel. Nobody shared your face. You shared your own face. For you supposed to be a school teacher? Well, obviously you're not a very good teacher, because if you was a real teacher and that smart, you would know. You would know that once you put your face out there, it belongs to everyone and anyone. There are nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Absolutely zilch. Unless your picture's got a watermark, it is free for the world. There you go, Miss Sherry. You better go check the laws, right? Because here in America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, anytime you put yourself out there, the way you put your face out here, you become a public image, and the public can use that image whenever they want. If you don't want it used, don't stick it out here, right? You don't want it used, don't put it out here. Now, if you don't put it out here and someone uses it, then you got something to say about it. There you go. I'm sorry, didn't want you guys to hear me snap open a pump. Um, I actually feel sorry for Sherry. I feel sorry for her because I know Daisy and them use her. I know they use her, and I feel sorry for her. You know, um, I really don't have anything. I really have nothing against Sherry, other than she goes along with them and attacking people. You know, in order to stay their friend, whatever. But the way they treat her, like, turn her down or mute her and don't let her talk. And, and then they say things like, I don't know what I'm going to do with Sherry, you know, and they say other things behind the scenes about Sherry as well. But, that's for another day. That's for another day, right? Um, you know, but I do feel sorry. I feel sorry for Sherry. I really do. No, I'm not talking about Allie's mom. I'm talking about Sherry. Sherry that goes on Daisy's panel, and she had such a crush on Kill Billy, and Jinky stepped in and took him. That Sherry, right? The Sherry that the Sherry that Daisy loves because she pays for everything. Yeah, they do. They do. They turn her down in the background so one has to listen to her. That's true. Um, I'm going to tell you something, Sherry. I do not believe that you were a school teacher unless you've done forgotten everything you knew. That's the truth. No, I don't think you were a school teacher. Not at all. And another lady in here says, "Oh, I'm a school teacher. Um, I'm going to tell you something. Some school teachers are the dumbest fucking people I know. Okay? The dumbest. They sit out in the hallway and talk about people's children, and they talk about the parents. So, don't tell me about school teachers. What school teachers, what most do, I'm going to tell you what most do. Most want the job so they can have the summer breaks, the freaking Christmas vacations, all the good things, huh? The weekends off. It's all about the pay. It's not about the kids. You know, don't even go there, right? Don't even go there. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. A lot of the teachers are the big. Actually, they took the paddles out of the schools. Why? Why did they take paddles away from the teachers? Tell me. Because a lot of kids were having kidney failure and kidney problems because they were swinging that thing and smacking them in the back, right? They were messing up those children in so many different ways, right? Because they didn't have enough brains to properly swat a child just a little bit instead of like whack, right? They were abusing their authority over these children, abusing their authority. And let me tell you now, they might not be swinging that paddle anymore to physically hurt children, but they are definitely mentally hurting kids the way they speak to them as they go up and down those hallways, as they sit in those classrooms, right? There you go. And I've heard it come out their mouth firsthand. firsthand. Excuse me, but I worked in the school system. I heard firsthand. So don't even go there. No, teachers are overpaid, not underpaid. They're overpaid. Trust me, they're overpaid. For what they do, they're overpaid. But teachers don't have to worry about being overpaid much longer because personally, all schooling is going to end up going online. It's going to go online, for the safety of all of our children. It's going pretty soon. There's not even going to be no brick and mortar buildings for kids that go in and out of. There's not going to be, you know, um, all of them teachers making all that money and getting all of those paid vacations and breaks and everything. That's going to be a thing of the past. It's going to all be online and just is what it is, right? Is what it is. And then they'll be able to have one teacher, you know, oversee tons of other children, and they won't have to put up with all this BS. And then the parents will be able to monitor and see everything going on in the classroom, right? Yeah, they call themselves paid babysitters, and I've heard it out of their own mouths. That's what they say. They're paid babysitters, right? Paid. And then they talk about these children's parents right in front of them about, how their parents always late picking up their why is your parents always late picking you up? That's how they talk to your children, right? And this kid is already there worrying, hasn't been picked up yet. But instead of saying, hey, listen, your parents going to be here pretty soon. Don't worry. It's good. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere till they come pick you up. It's all good. They probably just had to work over or, something came up. I'm sure it can be explained. You're in good hands. They know that. No, they do not try to make that child feel better. They do not try to comfort that child. They do not try to do any of this. They just go at the child, rechanneled aggression because they had to be there a few more minutes than they wanted to, right? Because they had to be there a few more minutes than they wanted to be. They didn't have enough sense to wait till the parent gets there and speak to the parent, right? Face to face, outside of the kid's earshot, right? Take it one on one with the parent. No, a lot of those teachers are sissies when it comes to the parents, so they'd rather treat the child bad because they're what? Sissies. They don't want to be face to face with no parent that might punch them in the face. That's what they're afraid of. Yeah. And Jinkies is also a liar. She's also a liar when it comes to her ex old man. Her ex old man, came over here to our channel. He was going through a lot. He was going through a lot. He came over here, right? He came over here wanting to talk about it. Um, and then, he was dealing with a lot. He was dealing with a lot. And yes, I did talk to him behind the scenes. Yes, I did. I was a friend. He needed a friend, and I was a friend, as I would be to anyone in this chat, right? As I would be to anyone in this chat. I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. That does not mean that, they are having anything to do with me. It does not mean I'm having anything to do with them. Believe it or not, women and men can be friends. Nothing but friends. But, Jinkies and Daisy, obviously some people can't be friends with the opposite sex unless they're wanting or doing something with them. There might be a lot of women like that, but I'm not one of them. And believe it or not, on Daisy Jinkies, believe it or not, there's a lot of us women out there, a lot of us women out there that can actually be friends with the opposite sex without, they're like a brother. They're like a brother to us. They're just like a brother. Nothing more, nothing less. Just friends. We can do that. And I thank God that we can. Well, and you called yourself that, Jinkies. You called yourself that, girl. Nobody else called you that. You called yourself that. Remember that. Remember that. Right? I mean, those are words come out your own mouth. Right there. Guess I couldn't have said it better myself. The cows are over here because, they want to come grazing over here because where they're grazing at, it ain't as good, right? The grazing ain't as good where they're at. So they want to come over here and graze a little. They want to come over here and graze, right? Right, Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy says, I want to live in PG's world. Right? That's what she wants to do. She'd rather live in my world than live without me in hers. Right? There you go. There you go. That's what Miss Daisy be singing. Miss Daisy be singing that. Yeah, she's trying to call me evil, right? Man, I ain't ever been half as evil as them. I haven't ever been half as evil as them. Please bring Summer Moon, you tall. Please bring Summer Moon, you tall whales home. Absolutely. Absolutely. Justice for beautiful little Summer. Ask Daisy, what has she done? What have you done, Daisy, for Summer lately? What have you done for Summer? What have you done? Have you done anything for Summer? No. You're too busy. You're too busy taking up for the whales. too busy taking up for the Wells. Um, Ronald's on the good side, Jinkies. Ronald's on the good side. He's on Summer's side. He's on Summer's side. It is the good side. And I'm going to tell you another thing, Jinkies. You know, nobody started anything with you and your old man, Chillbilly. You guys came over here. Matter of fact, Chillbilly's the one that came over here attacking, right? Chillbilly. Chillbilly came over here along with you and started a big bunch of BS. A big bunch of BS. I had nothing against Jinkies ever until they came over here and done that. Right? Nothing. But hell, you know, at least, you know, PG doesn't do nothing but good. I do nothing but good. Right? I do nothing but good. I mean, I brought two sisters together, right? You remember how they hated one another? They was always going at one another. Hey, PG reunited them, right? I reunited the Chub Rub sisters. I got them talking to each other, having each other's back now, treating each other with, you know, with the utmost respect, right? Hey, I do all good. I do all good. I don't do no bad, right? I don't do no bad. I be doing good for everybody. Come on. I mean, ain't my fault they can't take self blame, you know, for all their own evilness, for all their own stupidity. It ain't my fault. Don't blame me. They should be thanking me. Amen. You got, girl, that is so right, Seawood. They should be thanking you, PG. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I I am so there. I am so there. Anytime they want to, you know, they want to thank me and, you know, and they owe me an apology, right? They lied on me. They've been doing nothing but lying on me. They both owe me an apology. They both owe me an apology. And I want that apology too. I ain't ever going to be their friend again. Ever going to be their friend again. Right? I ain't ever going to be their friend again until they get back. Until they get back to being for Summer, the true victim. And they give me an apology for all the lies they told on me. And until then, they can stick it up their craw. If as long as they are kissing the backside of the Wells, bunch of bootlickers, they can get the fuck up on out of here, right? Get on out of here. Because this channel is for Summer. And if you're not for Summer, you don't belong here anyway, right? You don't belong here, lady. Get out. And then to go and victimize poor little Hunter, to go victimize poor little Hunter after he's already been victimized so much, shame on you. Shame on you. And you know what, Dom Wells? I know you got your ears plastered to all of this. Oh, hell yeah, I know you do. And you know what? Your freaking toothless wife sitting right there with you. And I'm going to tell you both something. You are dirty scumbags. You're scumbags. Your old lady's a scumbag for talking to this little boy the way she did. And you're a scumbag for letting people go out there and turn this little boy A victim. He's a victim to all of this. But you guys have turned him into suspects and everything else. You have tried to ruin this child's life, and you've done a pretty damn decent job of it. But it's going to stop here, and it's going to stop right now. It's going to stop. And I'm going to tell you another thing, Andrew Holt. Let me tell you another thing, Andrew Holt. You're a liar about Hunter's phone. You are a liar about Hunter's phone. Hawkins County would not have took his phone for a case that's supposed to be over in Kingsport. Totally different law enforcement. Has nothing to do with one hand don't go in the other like that. If Hawkins County took his phone, Rogersville took his phone, then they took it because of Summers' case, not something that happened in Kingsport and was under Kingsport. Don't even go there no more. Don't even go there no more. And you know, you're a liar, Andrew Holt, because I called in. I don't play law enforcement stuff out here, because you have to give them all your information and everything when you're talking to them. But you know what? If you don't believe me, call and ask yourself. That wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened if indeed that law enforcement took it. It was due to Summers' case, and they did, and they have not returned it. So it is an evidence for Summers' case, no other case. So Andrew, you need to get the fuck out of that one and off of that one. And I don't even know where you came up with it. I don't even know where you came up with it or why. But I'm going to tell you, if your son having a dad like you, he don't need no enemies. He does not need any enemies. That's all I got to say about that. But you know, while you're in here, Jinkies and Miss Daisy, right here is a picture of Summer, Miss Daisy, and I remember you saying, "Oh, I don't think that baby was still with us in this picture because of her fingernails, because of her around her mouth. I think they left her in a hot car. I don't think she ever." You was saying that, Miss Daisy. That was you saying all this shit about Candace and Grandis. Right, Miss Daisy? You said you were, a nurse, and you know these things. And that's what you truly believe. Oh, but now you're attacking Hunter, and you're attacking Mr. Doxxing, right? David Doxxing. No, that ain't what you were saying before, Miss Daisy. That ain't what you were saying. Remember? Yeah, we all remember. We all remember the shit you were saying. That's what you was saying, Miss Daisy. That's what you was saying about Summer. Right? That was you, Miss Daisy. And I'm going to tell you, this is Donald. This is Donald. Thousands of police and first responders searched for weeks. She was taken out in a car. Okay, Donald. If you know that, then you know where she was taken out to. Right, Donald? Right? Seems like you guys know everything. And I think that, law enforcement should be calling you back in, asking you, if you know all of this, then you must be knowing where they're taking her. I thought your ass was at work, Donald. So how do you know what she's taken out in? Hmm? How do you know? How do you know? Um, because, what I heard you say was, what did a week or a week and a half before you were in a picture crying, and what had been intended, what was tended, had been carried out. That's what I remember you saying, Donald. Mm-hmm. On dollies. On dollies. So that means, I guess you would know how she was taken out, right? If it was all pre-planned. You already knew a week and a half. On the 15th, you knew it had been carried out. Well, there's only two people there to carry it out, Grandis and Candace, right? So I guess you would know. And you told the interview panel that even TBI believed that you sold your daughter. That's what you told the interview panel. Go back, everybody, listen. That's what he told. Domwell said that on the interview panel, that it was TBI that said that to him. Yeah, let's not forget that. And if TBI said it to him, ha, there you go. They must have reason to believe it. They must have reason to believe it, right? That's why the Wells are the number one suspects. There you go. There you go. Donald Donald started a week and a half. Let's put this together. A week and a half before Summer came up missing, he said in the picture with him he was crying, and he knew the time was very short and it was very close and it was near, right? Try to say an angel told him or something. No, I think it was your um self told you, Donald, because it was all already worked out and pre-planned. It was you. It was you knowing what you was about to do to your own little girl that was right there in your arms that day. That was you. And then you started driving the Subaru because it has Starlink. And you wanted to make sure you had a solid alibi on the day that your plan got carried out. And it would have looked funny if that's the only day you're driving that Subaru. So around the time you were in that picture crying is around the time you also started driving the Subaru, so it would look like you had been driving it. That's a lot. And law enforcement knows that as well. They know that as well. So with all of this information, who do you think's guilty? Who do you guys think are guilty? Who do you think is guilty? If you think the Wells are, put a 1 in the chat. If you think Hunter, put a 2. If you think Mr. David Doxxing, put a 3. Right? Who do you think? I I truly put a one in there for PG. Put a one in there for PG because I'm going to tell you what, that's what I believe as well. That's exactly what I believe. I believe the Wells. Number one, you know, it's all pointing to them, even through law enforcement. It's pointing to them. I mean, I don't think that all of us in law enforcement, everybody can be wrong. I don't think we could all be wrong. And I'm going to tell you something, Don Candace Wells, that's got your eyeballs and your ears connected here right now. Your ass is going to prison. At some point, you're going to end up going to, law enforcement they love to let people like you, they love to let people like you think you got away with something. You're not running free. You're running scared. That's what your bitches are running. You're running scared. And law enforcement loves it. They love it. They're in no fucking hurry because they know how your asses are running. They know how you running. Right? Yeah. They get enjoyment out of that. Absolutely. So, right? With that being said, it is what it is. Keep running. That's what I say. Keep on keeping on. I get a little bit of enjoyment out of it myself, right? Oh yeah, I heard about the red truck right there. Well, Candace, you know, unless unless Don B is behind Jody Sue's mother right here, that's not the truck. Right? That's not the truck. Because Candace told who has the truck. We'll go down through here and listen to it. There it goes.
We're 100% that she was abducted.
That's what I'm.
100%.
Yep.
Do you think law enforcement could be involved at all?
Them thoughts,
Them thoughts cross my mind all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
All the time. I don't know.
We don't know who took Summer.
But
honestly,
I do know who the
I have
red
no
truck
idea.
belongs to.
Do you believe your neighbor that they heard a scream?
Jody Sue's mother has a red truck.
We're 100% that she was abducted.
That's what I'm.
100%.
Yep. Oh, I bet you are. I bet you are. Right? I bet they are. Because they don't want law enforcement up there searching all over their property. Right? They didn't want that from day one. They knew she didn't wander off. They know she didn't wander off. They're 100% sure that, she's abducted because that takes law enforcement off of their property, away from them, right? No wandering off, no foul play. Exactly, gives them everything they want. No, Don, that ain't the way it works. If you know 100% sure, you're 100% sure that she was. I'm bringing you up, Lisa. You can close your camera, hon. How you doing, Lisa?
Oh, I'm doing good.
If they're 100% sure that she's abducted, then they got to be 100% sure of who did it, right? Because if your child disappears, you have no fucking idea what happened. especially if you live in a wooded area like that where the child could still be out there somewhere, right? If they wandered off. The whales know too much of what is and what isn't to suit their convenience. Therefore, if you know all of this, no, then you know what exactly happened. Don't go there with me. And Donald basically told on himself already that it was pre-planned. He started driving the Subaru about the same time he crying in the picture. And he said that the day he got there, he knew that, the pre-plan had been carried out. So, boom, there you go.
It goes on panel. It won't run now.
You know, and what else has the Wells been doing? They're clearing everybody. Candace is clearing the lights, right? One of the light people that lived right there that they were actually accusing at the beginning, but she clears him completely. Donald, he's clearing Andy and them, right? He's trying to clear Andy and them. I mean, you can't tell people, you can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, if you had a missing child, a real missing child, everybody's going to be a suspect to you. Everybody is going to be a suspect to you. Even the people in your own household. Even the people in your own household. If they wasn't in your sight at the time it happened, right? You're going to be accusing them. You're going to be looking at everybody and anybody. I mean, you're going to, and if you lived in a wooded area like that, you're going to want that whole damn thing checked not once, twice, three. You're going to want it checked over and over and over again. You need to know. You're going to have this damn need to know because you don't know. You don't know. So therefore, you have a need to know, right? It just is what it is. These people seem to, they know she didn't wander off for sure, 100%. They know for a fact she was abducted. They, and they know for a fact, obviously, who abducted her because now they're clearing people, right? No, that is not how this shit works. This is not how it works. Don and Candace Wells, man, I'm telling you right now, those mother freakers right there, they have put the focus on everyone else to keep it off themselves. Why? Guilt, right? Guilty. That's my opinion. They have, they have from the beginning said where she's not. Therefore, it tells me they know where she is. Right? Right? I mean, these motherfuckers fucked up big time. They messed up big time. Law enforcement don't even care about that timeline anymore after they ran their mouths here recently. That timeline don't mean nothing anymore. What does mean something is Donald done confessed. What was tended got carried out that day. That's all they needed to know. And he done confessed that with his own mouth. If I was the Wells, I'd go hide. I'd go hide. I wouldn't be on anybody's channel because they about to get their asses arrested. What's up, Lisa?
I'm not. I was just sitting here listening to. What did you think of that picture of the house?
Was you sitting down in chat catching hell?
No, I was just giving it to him.
you was booting them back in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that, girl. Sometimes you got to do that,
That's true. That's true.
even as much as you don't want to.
Right.
But anyway, you heard them. You heard right there. Candace say she knew exactly who owned that red truck, right? She knew who owned that red truck. So, that's out of the question as well. Oh no, I'm gonna tell you, the tree trimmers was gone. They knocked off. They knocked off at 3 o'clock that day. Candace wasn't even back home. They had already knocked, and Jody Sue confirmed that. Jody Sue confirmed that they had already knocked off that particular day. So, nope. Oh no. They said that Candace said cleared. Candace cleared. She said she knows for a fact. A fact. I played it. She knows for a fact that the light guy did not have anything to do with Summer's disappearance. She knows for a fact. I lost Lisa. So, there's no way you know for a fact anything. You got a missing child. You don't know where it's at. You don't know for a fact. You don't know nothing for a fact. There ain't no way in hell you would know anything for a fact because you don't know nothing. That's just it. And they are talking facts. So if you know for a fact, then you must know for a fact where your child is. That's just, common sense right there. Common everyday sense. May. Lady Q, it's in May. I think it's May the 14th. If I'm not mistaken. May the 14th. Exactly. That's all you know. The only thing you know for a fact is your child is missing. That's all you know. Amen, Deputy Sheriff. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Yogi. The sweet child can't rest because of their lies. Absolutely. That's true. And I'm going to tell you something. Um, we don't support suspects. Daisy can come over here. She can get her tail feathers up in the air if she wants to. I personally don't care. I can care less about her tail feathers being up in the air. Let me see, Lisa. Okay, girl, you got close to camera. I lost you there for a minute, Lisa.
I know I got booted off somehow.
I'm sorry. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either. I think it's because I moved around or something.
Well, you were staticky too. There's like something's wrong with the microphone. So you really needed to go out and come back in anyway. So it all worked out for the
Is
good.
it better
right?
now?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, hang on, Summer. And we will find her. We will find her. At some point God is gonna let Summer be found. He is going to let her be found. But they don't have to prosecute They don't have to have a body to prosecute. They can prosecute without it. They can prosecute without it. So, you know, that isn't something that, we have to worry about. I think right now the big holdup is, you know, the court proceedings with the boys. And I think once that's all out of the way, we're going to see some prosecutions, you know, in Summer's case. I
Do
really
you
do.
think they're trying to stack up charges on them, PG?
I think Donald's super messed up when he came out and told about that picture, and then Dudley talking about a week and a half before Summer came up missing, Don walking around like he lost his best friend, then Donald coming out and saying that on top of it, double strengthened what law enforcement had already been bleeding anyway. So, you know, all done, and that's about the same time he started driving the Subaru that he knew had the Starlink in it. So, yeah, I think he fucked up big time, and I really do believe that, I do believe they're going to be prosecuted. Pretty sure that's going to happen, right? I mean,
Yep.
The Wells think they're safe out here saying whatever they want to say. They can backtrack on it, but he's not going to backtrack on that one because there's it's too solid now. He made what Dudley coming out saying what he did, you know, planted the seed, but Don Wells coming out actually grew it, and that's enough for prosecution. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And and I don't think he realizes that they're going to hold off until some other things behind the scene get done. But this is all going to this all is there's an old expression that shit hits the fan. Well, it's going to hit the fan pretty soon. Trust me. So all we're doing is keeping Summer's name out here, the facts out here, what's solid out here, and we're just going to sit back now and watch. It's just
You
a
know,
sit back
PG,
and watch.
they have everybody talking about Summer on YouTube, right? Well, the
Mm-hmm.
Wills want everybody just to stop talking about Summer. They don't even
Oh,
want Summer's name mentioned.
I
You
know.
know,
Well,
most people that have a missing child would want their name out there.
amen. There you go, girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. They want that beautiful baby. They want that beautiful baby's face out here all the time, right? They want
Yep.
Summer's name out here, her name, her face. They'd want her out here all the time. But um, they don't. They don't. Because you know why? They want to be out here and they want to be supported. They love that cash out, right? They love all that money coming in. They love all that support, and they don't
Yep.
want to lose all of that. Now, I don't know. Last time I checked, suspects don't get supported. Nobody supports suspects, and that's what that is the problem with this country. That is a problem with this country today. In today's world, that's where we're making our mistakes. We are you know supporting the wrong people in this life. I don't know when criminals and suspects started getting support, but I'm going to tell you something. That shit's got to change. That's got to change because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not a criminal and you're not a suspect, what are you? If you're not a criminal and you're not a suspect, what are you? You're a victim, man. You are
And the
a
Wills are far from being a victim.
You are, you know what you are? You are a victim that hasn't got yet. You are the victims. You better remember this. You better remember this when you're supporting the criminals and suspects. You know, there's another old saying, next, right? Next. There
Yep.
you go. And you might be
Hey,
next.
PG, show them that house that was over on Washington
Oh,
Street
girl,
that we all lived
I
in.
didn't get time tonight to put it in content, but we're going to pull that up tomorrow. We're going to pull that up tomorrow. Um, Lisa has been kind enough. She has been kind enough to send me some photos, and I'm going to bring those out. I'm going to bring those out tomorrow night. I didn't have time tonight to throw everything in content. As you guys know, I've been, dealing with my daughter. And I'm not saying that Summer's case isn't important. I'm just saying that, I've got important things to be dealing with myself right now.
Is she getting any better, PG?
She's got to go through surgery. So,
Oh no.
and they don't want to do it right now because of, so it's just, I got some shit going, I don't want to really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to talk
Right.
about it. I'm just, I'm trying to hold myself together. You know what I'm saying, Lisa? I'm just trying to hold myself
Yep.
together. And, and then I'm dealing with so much other things too, but I don't want Summer forgotten about. And I can't just sit there and let, Hunter, a 14, 15-year-old child, be down dogged by Daisy over there, and and innocent people being thrown under the bus again. We just can't allow that. We can't allow it. It's time that we all face the truth, right? We
Right.
need to face the truth in all of this. The
Well,
fucking
I noticed she come into chat with her immature junk again, okay?
I mean, these people are not heroes. Dom Wells is not a fucking rock star. He's a damn criminal. His old lady's a criminal. We need to get it right. They are number one suspects. We can't support that shit. We just can't do it.
That's
God,
right, we sure can't.
right? I mean, all I asked is, God, please just open the eyes of everyone and let them see the truth. We got to have the truth in order to find Summer, in order to bring her home, and definitely to get justice for her. We've got to face the truth in all of this.
PG, in my opinion, all of these YouTubers, they need to stop bashing each other. Okay, and all this arguing back and forth, that ain't helping find Summer.
Amen. That's true. That's true, girl. But I'm going to tell you something.
That's the only distraction that needs to be kept out there.
I don't care. I will bash if I'm getting bashed. And right now I'm getting bashed, right?
Right.
I mean, I
There's
believe
several of us that are.
And and not only that, but when you turn on a 5-year-old missing little girl's back to support the suspects, I'm not going to stand there and act like that is okay in any way, form, or how, because it's not.
Right.
And especially by some old hag that sat over there and bashed these people. She's the one that literally and utterly bashed them for 20 freaking months straight, saying that
exactly,
saying they did some of the most heinous things to this little girl that could ever be done. And then all of a sudden, they had some kind of epitome over there. They
Well,
changed
I
all.
wonder what Donnie and Candace thought about all of her videos that were so horrible of them. And I
Oh,
can't believe Donnie and Candace would even sit over there and listen to that. And then she turns around and like turns on Summer, and then all of a sudden it's like they're friends. She changes her mind all about Summer.
Donald and
And
Candace are just as evil as Daisy. Daisy's not using the Wells, and the Wells is not you. They're using each other. Those are
right,
two evil entities that are using one another, right? They're
right.
using one another, girl. And they both know what they're doing. They both know what they're doing.
Well, I think the Wells is over there on Daisy's because they're making money off of that. They're sending them cash apps and stuff like that. And that's I guess it's a form of wanting people to support them or something. I don't know that much about YouTube, but I mean that's just ridiculous. It really is, and it's so immature. None of us that come up here on these panels beg for money on a cash apps.
Exactly. Exactly. It's disgusting. Totally and utterly disgusting.
It
And
is.
and I don't care. I don't care what's going on in my life. I don't care. Summer is important. Summer is important. And Miss Daisy, I will take the time out. I will take the time out to come in here like I did tonight. I will take the time out to come in here and straighten your lies the hell out if I hear them being told. Trust and believe that.
Oh, I guarantee
You
you
take
she's
that to the
bashing
bank.
every one of us on her channel over there. But you know what? When it all comes out and it's all taken to court, they're going to have a lot of proving to do. She's ran Ronald down, me and you down, Deputy Sheriff down,
Mm-hmm.
and some other people down. And then she
Absolutely.
started on JLR this afternoon. Really?
Yeah.
Of course, JLR had that coming because he posted that kind of stuff about Candace shooting up those kids in school, and that wasn't even true. And I can't believe JLR would turn around and do some kind of shisty ass junk like that.
What did JLR do?
He posted it to YouTube that and posted a picture of this guy that was holding a gun, and then he posted, where Candace was standing there talking to Chris McDonough. Okay, well he posted Candace's picture next to that guy and was telling everybody that Candace was blowing up all these kids over there whenever that shooting happened yesterday or day before yesterday. That wasn't even true. Candace wasn't even around that man. She wasn't even around that school. Okay. Why is she going to take her time out of her life just to go shoot up a bunch of children? I mean, come on. JLR's a liar.
I'm going to tell you something. JLR is 100% for the victims. Um,
Yeah, but he didn't have to do that kind of stuff, PG. That
I,
was immature.
I heard that it's supposed to have been just a joke. That's what they're saying in the chat. It was supposed to be just. I don't know because I didn't see it. I'm sorry, y'all. I will check it out. I will check it out. But I'm going to tell you, JLR. I like him. I like him, and he really busted his ass, and he goes that extra mile for the victims. And I, yeah, that I don't. I haven't seen it. I can't even say if it's funny or not because I haven't seen it. But I have no idea. I know that JLR has done some good work.
He has done good work. I
I
agree.
know that he has done some super good work, and I'm not going to sit here and bash him. Um, anyway from her how, um, you know, just like Molly Golightly, she does for the victims. I'm going to tell you, I can overlook I can overlook a lot of faults in people if they're doing the right thing for the victim. If they really love
Right.
the victim and they're doing righteous for the victims, um, I can. Uh, that's true, Molly. It's not funny, but I think he might have just been talking about the red hat similarities. Yeah, that's, true. I mean, I'm sure it was just a joke somehow, and because and people just took it the wrong way. I'm not saying that's what it is because, like I said, I don't know. I did not get the opportunity to look over this one. Um, but I will take the time to check it out. I will bring back, I'll dig into it and do whatever it needs to be done to get the answers we need to why all of this happened. Um, but it is what it is, and you're gonna have some bad taste once in a while. You know, I mean, so that was a little bit of bad taste on JLR. On JLR. If it wasn't funny and people didn't overly like it, then that's a little bit of bad taste on him. Of what he did, not really on him, but what he did. You know, but okay, if that's bad taste, then what the fuck is it over there? What Daisy's doing right now? Supporting
Exactly.
supporting two fucking victims. I mean, that's super damn bad taste right there, and that's
That
certainly
is super
funny.
bad taste, let me tell you, because I don't know how anyone could support them. And until I see proof that they didn't do it, then I'm not going to believe that they didn't do it.
You know, um, I think supporting the victims and doing exactly what Cher already did, and what Benny Keys already did, what Cam and Alley already did, and now Daisy's doing it again. You know, I personally, I think that is bad taste. I think that is unacceptable. Personally, I think that ain't funny at all as well, right?
Mhm.
And I don't think JLR could do anything more shittier than what's being done over there right now.
Oh, I know you got that right. At
So,
least he's not going around on YouTube pulling up criminal background checks and calling people out in chat and stuff like that for no reason.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah, what's sickening is to have someone sit there and try to spoon feed you some BS of the wells, right?
Right?
I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't a having none of that, and they don't be trying to serve that shit up to us because we are Summer's army. We are Summer's army. So don't be
That's
trying
right.
to
We
serve
sure
that
are.
shit up to us over here because we already know. We done been down every one of them damn dark alleys, right? Mr. Dobbs, yellow cars, Mr. Dotson, Hunter, Alley, True, Jose's. We've done been down all of that. And it leads right back out to what? What the hell does them big, dark, empty ass alleys lead back out to? 110 Ben Hill Road.
Right.
And we got sent down all of those big, dark alleys By who? The very ones that didn't want to focus on them. Don and Candace and Grandis Wells, right?
Yep.
There you go. I mean, an old grandma that says, "I think it was Warriors Park." Well, I wasn't even there, so I'm not for sure, right?
Right.
Probably stayed with Allie while my medicine's getting took, and they were out at the swimming hole by themselves. That's why I wasn't in the video, right?
Hey,
Oh well,
evil
they
exists.
dropped Hunter off and picked me up, or came back to pick me up to go get my medicines while I was laying around in bed, maybe with somebody at Allie's house. And they came back and got me, and we went to get and then we dropped Hunter off, on the way home, and then we got there. I took a nap. Donald's got the Starlink, and I took a nap. So I don't know what happened, right?
Donald moved him all the way down the road so she couldn't video and be up all into their business, and that's why Donnie put her ass in the shed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's in a shed now, I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's probably true. And that's probably why Donnie put her down there. So he wouldn't have to deal with her. If the truth be known about it. Ain't that right, Mr. Wells?
Mm-hmm.
We know how you work, Donnie.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. I didn't get through this right here. With her talking nasty to Hunter, or with Hunter, as you could say. I was so rudely interrupted by, the supporters of the Wells over there, right? But here we go. Here we go. Let's go back. Oh, I think we saw the same picture, only a different young boy, right? Candace loves to hug on other people's sons, right? She loves to do that with other people's 14, 15-year-old little boys, right?
Ain't that the picture of Hunter with Candace there, and Hunter says something about him being in a relationship with Candace?
They said that on Facebook, right here.
Yeah.
Right here. She's saying nasty things to him, right? She's saying nasty things to this little 14, 15-year-old boy. And look how she's hanging on him. Hanging on him like she's, like your girlfriend would, right? Or your mother might hug you, or your dad. She's hanging all over this boy. It is not normal. And look.
No, I've never seen Candace do that kind of stuff. Never.
Look at this. Look at this. Look. And,
wow.
That ain't half of it. I want people to see this, because I want to put this on. There they are. There they are. Look at that little hand. That little hand throwing up a peace sign. Now, watch this. Watch this. Look, somebody is rubbing Hunter's head. Look at that. That's disgusting. These people, she is in a bedroom on a bed with this boy, and with children in the room as well, right? And look, someone is over there rubbing on this child's head. That is super freaking weird.
I would say so.
I mean, okay, how many of you guys got a video that looks like this? How many people out there have a video that looks like this, with a neighbor child in your bed doing
in
what
her bed? That bed looked nasty. Oh no, that was Summer's bed, wasn't it? That looked so disgusting that an
Oh,
animal couldn't even sleep on that mattress, let me tell you.
girl, I'm gonna tell you that was shameful, wasn't it? Absolutely
Yes.
shameful, shameful. And that's what Summer's bed. That's what all them beds look like. It was disgusting, right? Donald says. Donald says he
Candace's
wants.
stomach got weirded out or something.
Donald says he wants to. Worried about, you know, him and Summer being clean. What good does it do to take a bath and sleep on that?
It don't do any good. Because a dog wouldn't even sleep on that. Are they
Exactly.
live streaming UPG? Is that what it is?
It was filthy.
Are
If
they in
they
the
are,
live stream back there?
and if they are live streaming me, then they are live streaming their best, right?
That's right.
Even their best, girl. That's what I got to say about them. You know,
How does she do? How can she live stream you like that?
because that's what she does. You know, she doesn't put nothing of her own together. She goes around and steals everybody else's content, right? This is my content tonight, but and if she's live streaming me, she's going to get struck, right? She's going to get struck. Her channel's going to get took down, and I'll go back and strike them on the other ones that they've done as well. 3 strikes, you're out. You actually get shut down. So
Oh,
she better,
really?
because I'm tired of playing with them, right? She ain't supposed to be doing that. It's not fair use when it's fair use after. It's fair use after, you know, a creator does a live stream and it's been viewed and everything, and a few days later it becomes fair use. But when you're in the middle of it, and within a few days it is not fair use. So you can be struck, yes. And I'll tell you now, I will strike her ass. I don't care. Miss Daisy don't know. I'm really upset with her. I tried to understand, at first I tried to understand that, she was for Summer. That's what I thought. I really believed that she was for Summer. Moon Utah Wells. I thought she was for the victim. And I thought she was just, trying to get information out of the Wells needed for Summer to help Summer's case, to bring Summer home and get justice for Summer. But then I found out, that no, she was for the click, likes, and views. She was, willing to support the victims and throw some little Summer under the bus, for her own self gain. And I'm gonna let you know that's like unforgivable. That's unforgivable. Um, People like that did not have no business out here in the true crime community, where everyone here is for the victims. They're not here for the suspects. Miss Daisy would be supporting the Idaho 4 guy instead of the Idaho 4, because that's who she is. That's how she is, you know. And she be swearing up and down that the guy was definitely 100% innocent, right? She would try to tell you Leilani is 100% innocent if she could get Leilani up on that panel. That's just who she is, you know. That's who she is. And you'd be the evil one for fighting and supporting and loving Quentin. You'd be the evil one for being for the true victim, right? I mean, Daisy thinks that she's so good at manipulation, and that people out here in these chats have such small minds. She is underestimating your intelligence level, and that alone should piss you off, right?
Exactly. I can't believe that she did that to Ziggy. She posted her background up there like that. I mean, I understand that's public record, okay? But to deliberately post
She did
stuff
that
like
to
that up
Ziggy V.
there on YouTube,
She did that to Ziggy V.
no, no, not ZV. Ziggy, that one girl that had that YouTube, or not Ziggy, but Tiffany Marie.
Oh, she put out Tiffany's all Tiffany's stuff.
I guess that's what I heard.
Wow.
I don't know how true it is because
I knew that she had it. I knew she had it, and she said that Christina had gotten it all for her. She said Christina's the one that runs everybody that for Daisy. She's the
oh,
one
so she
that
didn't post it up on YouTube. She
she's
didn't
the
put it on
one
her channel.
that does everyone's background checks and everything. And she's the one that does all Daisy's dirty work. And then she lets Daisy know all the information. Mm-hmm. She sure
Oh,
does.
really?
Yes, she
What
does.
is that girl? A YouTube police or what? Is that what
Well,
she is?
I'm going to tell you, it is public information. It is,
Yes, it is.
but you're not. But when you run someone's background, you when Christine ran Tiffany's background, she said that she wasn't going because there is, you have to check a box where it says you are not using it for this type of purposes. And therefore, Christine can be sued because they used it for that type of purposes. Not only that, but Christine didn't just run it. She shared it with Miss Daisy, which, she wasn't supposed to do. She was supposed to be running it for personal use only and not to hurt, bash, or do anything to someone like this with. So, yeah, they can be sued, girl, and they can be sued by you as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, and Tiffany's dad is in law enforcement, so um, they might be getting a lawsuit from her.
Oh, yeah.
They might be getting lawsuit on them from her. So, yep, I would be. I think Daisy ain't going to. I don't think Daisy's going to be out here much longer, and her and her old man might end up losing everything they got because she is doing a lot of bad to a lot of people that is not allowed to be done. And Christine's liable to lose a whole lot too, because when they come down on Daisy, Daisy's going to have to tell where all that information came from. Matter of fact, they can go in Christine's house and take her computers
Yeah.
because she's using them. Um, she is definitely using them for the wrong things, and yeah, they can actually get a you know they can get a court order to go in and get all of her electronics and see all the people you know she's been searching and putting out here um, for malice intent, and that's what it is malice intent. You're
Right.
not you're not allowed to do that because you really do. Um,
Well, didn't they do that? Didn't someone do that with Donnie and Candace's background checks? But they have a missing child, though. That's different.
Donald and Candace and Donald Wells are suspects in a missing
Right.
child.
Right.
That is what this is all about. This out
Mm-hmm.
here is all about Summer Moon Utah Wells, a missing 5-year-old girl. And yes, um anyone that was close or a suspect in the case, like um, Dudley, Mr. Dobbs, Dom Wells, Andy, Jody Sue, Jody Sue's son, the lights, all of these people in that area. Um, of course, yes, um, because you're using this content, you know, to help solve a missing child's case. And these are
Right.
suspects within the area at the time the child went missing. That's way different. That's way different than, running another creator's background that has nothing to do with the case at all. It's not about
Right.
them. And, or someone that knew the people in the past that want to come out and give information. It's not about you. It's about them. And then, so if someone does that to you, they're doing it for malice intent to shut you up, to shut you down, to threaten you with. And that's what happened to Tiffany, and that's what happened to you, and that's what's happened, what Daisy and them over there are doing to a lot of people. When, and like I said, when you look this stuff up, you check a box saying that you will not use it for those purposes because you can be sued.
Right.
And and they used it anyway. And therefore, you got a civil lawsuit. Absolutely.
That's
It is
true.
what it is. You better know when you're out here, you better know what you're doing because you're opening yourself up for, for a lot of bad, right?
Yep. And that girl needs to stop running background checks for Daisy
So,
because they'll pull all of them up in the
it's like,
court, and then they'll want all of the videos that she says that she's got people's backgrounds. And you know what? Every one of those videos can be downloaded. Even if they
absolutely,
delete them, YouTube still has them.
exactly. Exactly. And YouTube will have to give them up for
Yep.
they'll have to give them up to law enforcement, to the attorneys and to law enforcement so that,
Yep.
exactly. But, that stuff's out. Like, trust me, every time you go live, there is someone downloading everything as you speak. I mean, they trust me, you didn't, your whole life is in the pocket of someone. Like, I've got like Daisy's every live Daisy does, trust me, they're being downloaded. Every live Jinky does is being downloaded. Just like every live I do, I know it's being downloaded as well, right?
Right.
And and I don't care because you know what? I am for the victim. I am for Summer Moon Utah Wells. I am for her being found, brought home, and justice gotten for her. And and I tell people if they got a problem with that, then this ain't the channel for them, right? This ain't the
Right.
channel for them. This channel is for Summer. This is Summer's army here. This is a channel that was put together by God for Summer. And by God, we're going to keep it here and we're going to keep it for Summer and we're going to bust our asses to do whatever we need to do to keep Summer in the spotlight here. And she is not going back into the dark for no one, the way the Wells tried to get her in the dark at the beginning of all of this. Right? It took us months to get Summer back out here. It took us even more time to get the focus on the real suspects, right? The number one suspects. And we know who that is. You, Donald, you, Candace, you, Grandis, you were there when she disappeared. Right?
Right.
And Donald says in the picture, he knew. that it was going to happen. The time was coming. And he said on the 15th, he knew what was intended was carried out. What was
Of course
intended.
he did.
And
there were no angels that told him
exactly
that.
what he was thinking. Exactly what he was thinking on a week and a half before, when he was holding her in that picture. When he was holding her, he said it with his own mouth. I was crying in that picture because I knew time was at hand. It was running out. And Dudley, like I said, Dudley planted the seed. Donald grew it when he said that.
Yep.
So, and nobody did that but Donald himself. And like I said, he started driving a Subaru because why? It had,
He didn't want it tracked.
He had Starlink on it, and he wanted to have an alibi. No matter where he was, he wanted to make sure that vehicle was able to say it, to cover his ass. And he had two people sitting back home that obviously carried it out, right?
Yep.
Grandis and Candace. So there you go. Like they say, if you leave people out here, if you leave a person to their own device and give them long enough, they're going to tell you what happened anyway. And that's fully the truth. They will. Most people tell on themselves because they're not that intelligent. They're not smart enough to keep their mouth shut and stay the hell out of everything. Right?
Right.
You know what got to the Wells and what basically got them busted was the almighty dollar. They wanted the money more than they wanted their freedom. They wanted the money more than they wanted their freedom.
Well, they're going to need all that money whenever they go to jail.
Girl, they're spending it up as fast as they got it, and they ain't going to have none. They ain't going to have none to help them when they do need it. So,
I don't know why these people donate to them. They just go buy booze and drugs with it.
Because there's a lot of people that support evil. There's a lot of folks in this world that support evil. Obviously, there's a lot of people in this world that can relate. That can relate to the Wells. They can relate to the dirty house. They can relate to the abuse that the children went through. They can relate to, all that the Wells was doing. I guess the Wells ain't the only people out there that live and think and do that way. I don't know. Because I don't live, do, or think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck that.
I have to turn the volume all the way down because you got that stuff going over there. So.
I'm sorry. I had to talk to my daughter a second. All right. I'm sure the boys have. I'm sure those boys have talked about it. I know that from my understandings, like a couple of them don't want to go back.
Now, let me ask you a question. Some lady said in chat this morning over Andrew's channel that Candace said that she was in there fixing cereal for the kids when Summer came up missing. Well, that's not the story that she gave to YouTube. That's not the story that she gave to the news crew, neither.
Right.
And their stories keep changing. They don't know how to keep them the same. So if they were innocent, guess what? Their stories wouldn't change. They wouldn't come up with a whole bunch of stories to go off and tell people.
Yeah. Don't come over here jumping onto Ziggy V in this chat, Miss Daisy. Don't come over here jumping onto her in this chat. You used this. You used poor Ziggy V. You used her, and then turned on her just like you did Summer. Then you turned on her, and no, don't come over here doing that. Absolutely not. You leave Ziggy V alone. Leave her alone. She came out and she told everything she knew about Grandis.
Oh, she's attacking Ziggy V now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
She's mean.
horrible. And
She's mean.
she had Ziggy V as a mod over there. So
Yeah.
why would she,
No,
what rights does she have to come over here
no.
and jump on Ziggy V?
Exactly. I heard she took Ziggy V's wrench. I heard she took a wrench. She didn't want Ziggy V over there with Grandis and Candace and Donald. Absolutely not. And she turned on her. Now she says that, remember she convinced everybody how Ziggy V talked to detectives and she heard them at the door and, oh, she's the real deal. And I mean, she really, pushed the ticket and jumped on everybody and, you know, and then, everybody started listening to Ziggy V and liking Ziggy and everything. And then all of a sudden, when the Wells show up, oh no, now Ziggy V's a liar. And what she said's not the truth. And nobody can prove anything. And she thinks that, Grandis, Candace, and Donald are the big truth tellers now, right? Right, Miss Daisy? Because that's how you operate. That's how you operate. You are so full of shit. That's exactly what you are. You couldn't get no fuller than you already are. It's spilling over, lady. Just a stench wherever you go now. Hey, girl, you don't need to be a member over there, Ziggy. You don't need people treating you like that. Absolutely
I
not.
would agree.
People treat you like that. You need to just shake the dirt off your feet and move on. That's what you need to do. Knock the
I
dust off
thought
your.
Daisy was live anyway, so how's she in your chat if she's live?
Oh, she leaves her chat if she's even running a chat right now. She leaves and comes running over here along with the rest of her cronies, right?
Well,
Along
boot
with
'em out of chat.
the rest of her cronies that think they might have, they could all stick their head together and all they make is a couple asses. Trust that.
I haven't watched much of her anyway, and she's not even interesting to watch. Oh yeah, and by the way, she said that I was going back and forth between those channels. Well,
Christina,
everybody else does too. And who the hell is Christina?
hold on a minute, Lisa. Christina, you need to shut up. You need to shut your face because Miss Daisy said that it was you that ran her background, and I got that on recording. I got it on recording where Miss Daisy was talking to me about Tiffany's background and said that you ran it. So there you go, Miss Christina. You better go talk to Daisy because she told me she had it all, and if I wanted it, I could have it. That she was going to send it to me. So there you go. Be careful what you say to me, girl, because I record everything. Everything. There you go. Go talk to Miss Daisy about it. Don't come over here and try to falsely accuse me of nothing because that's going to pop up when you do. That's going to pop up out of this. Miss Daisy's going to have to explain that one. Not me.
She sure
There you
is.
go. Yeah, she told me I could have it all. She told me if I wanted to, because me and Stephanie was going at it too. And she told me that I could have it all. That she'd send it to me. That Christina ran it.
Who's
And
Christina anyway?
Christina also ran some other guys stuff as well. And Miss Daisy said that Christina runs all the people for him. That's how I knew that Christina did it. Yep. She said, "Hold on, PG. Christina's getting information for you." So, don't go lying, Christina. Don't even do it. You better go ask Miss Daisy what she told me. Because she did tell me, and I did record. I record everything. I actually recorded where Miss Daisy talked bad about Ziggy V as well. Who me? Yeah, don't have me bringing out some recordings, Miss Daisy. I don't think people out here want to really hear the real you. Right?
No, we don't. We're all good. We already know. We already hear her run her big mouth over there on her channel.
Yeah, she is a liar, Molly. She is a liar. She did, yeah.
And as far as her claiming that I don't know Candace,
that too.
As far as Daisy claiming that I don't know Candace, well, I've got text messages back and forth from a friend of me. Well, me and a friend were texting back and forth the other day. So she needs to eat her words on that too. Okay, because I got plenty of proof of that one.
Exactly.
She don't know who I know.
I'm going to tell you
And
what.
just because I talk to people on Facebook doesn't mean that I personally know them. But this girl that I was texting back and forth, I personally know that girl. And she personally knows Candace. I'm just not going to bring her name out. So.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. Christina is a liar. You are a liar, Christina. You're a liar. You sit over there on Miss Daisy's panel saying, PG streaming you. PG streaming you. PG streaming you. No, I wasn't. I haven't ever streamed no one on this panel ever. And I tell you why. Because I'm not lazy as hell. I make my own content. I spend my time researching, doing everything I need to do, and putting it together for summer. For little summer, I bust my ass. Wish I could say you fucks did the same. Right? There you go. And I'm not over here. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, gimme. Oh, thank you. No, I don't need that shit. What I need is Summer Moon Utah Wells to be found, brought home, and justice gotten for her. I don't need anything else. That's why I'm here.
Hey, PG, can they pull up proof that Donnie and Candace are innocent? Do they have any kind of proof of that at all whatsoever?
Hell no.
Do they have records of them being innocent?
No. Hell no.
Because they're suspects. They can sit over there and say, "Oh, well, they're not suspects all they want," but they are suspects until they are cleared. Now, why doesn't the lie detector test that they supposedly took. Why don't they want to bring forth everything else? They want to bring criminal background checks. Why don't they pop those lie detector tests up there and let the whole world see that those people are innocent? Candace couldn't even go do a lie detector test for days, okay?
And not only that, but they asked her to come back in July, and she refused. Amanda,
That right there tells you.
nobody should believe PG. She's an evil liar. Listen, Amanda, you just got a boot in the ass, right? There you go. You got a boot in the ass, bitch. Get on out of here. Go sit that ass somewhere else. There you go. Go sit that backside somewhere else. Go back over there where they support the suspects instead of the victim, right? No, I ain't never told no lies, but I bet you 10 to 1, you tell a whole lot of them. Just like Miss Daisy, Jinkies, and Christina, right? You're over there in the liars club. You're in the liars club. Get the hell out of here, because over here it is for nothing but the people that support the victim. And you know what? We don't lie over here, because the only thing that's going to bring Summer home is the truth, right? And that's what we believe in telling. That's what we believe in telling. And Stephanie, you can join Amanda. There you go. You just got a boot in your ass as well. Bless your heart. Maybe you'll be able to sit down a couple of days after getting that freaking steel-toed boot stuck in your ass. Right?
Damn, I wish I could have seen that conversation.
Yeah, Daisy needs to take herself and go somewhere else. She don't need to be over here. She don't need to be over here sticking her nose up anybody's backside. She can get her big old Pinocchio nose up out of our asses. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't sleep too good when people's got their nose up my ass. So she just needs to get it out of here before I break it off, right? Before I break it off and stick it where the sun don't shine for her. See how she fucking sleeps. I can easily call myself a Christian. Why am I not a Christian? Because I don't want to put up with other people's shit. Boom. See you later too. There you go. Don't question my Christianity. My faith is with me and between me and God, not me and any humans. Don't come in here questioning whether I'm a Christian or not. I'm not the one supporting suspects, right? I'm not the dirty dog telling 555,000 different lies on all kinds of different people. I'm not the one sitting there, convincing the world that this person and that person's telling all the truth, and then turn on them, then all of a sudden turn on them when I think I got something better up here on my panel. That's BS. That's BS. Don't ever question my faith. I need to question theirs.
I'm glad I'm not a mod, because I'd kick every one of them out of chat.
Yeah, it is getting old, hon. That's all they got. All they got is my Christianity. They ain't got nothing else. They ain't got nothing else. They want to go pick on that, right? Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm tired. I'm tired of them thinking that us Christians are nothing but a bunch of bumps in the road so they can run over. No, not happening. Today, tomorrow, next week, or any other day. right?
They're trying to take the focus off the summer is what they're trying to do by coming in playing their little games. And they know that.
Exactly. Peas in a pod. The Wells who have lost all their children by their own doing, not YouTube's or anyone's fault, but their own. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is the truth. And they ain't getting those kids back. One is because they can't piss clean. That's true. But the biggest reason they're not getting the boys back, the number 111 reason that they're not getting the boys back is because they got a missing 5-year-old daughter and they have not been cleared by law enforcement, meaning they are still suspects. We heard Sheriff Ronnie Lawson say, abduction, there's no signs. No signs of an abduction whatsoever. None. Right? Zilch. No signs.
PG, play that part where he says that.
Girl, I got to be getting off here in a few minutes. But I would. But no signs of an abduction. And then if you listen to Pruitt, Mr. Prune Pruitt, he says, we did those extra searches when the foliage was down because if there was anything out there, we would have found it. So wandering off, pretty much off the table as well. So abduction and wandering off the table. What did that leave? What does that leave us?
It leads us to believe that Summer wasn't abducted.
It leads
plain out and simple.
What you all you got is wandering off, abduction, foul play. Well, wandering off,
foul play.
Said, Ronnie Lawson said abduction, foul play is what TBI, Hawkins County, and FBI's all looking at. And what is foul play? The parents, right there at 110 Ben Hill Road, right? And includes you too, Granny. Let's not forget you. The way that you said, and of course, Summer too. Well, and of course, you too, Grandma, right? Oh, Granny panties.
Don't forget all the lies that are told on YouTube.
I mean, these people's got a missing child and they can't tell the truth to save their life. They got a missing child and they done nothing from day one to find it. I mean, big red flags. Nothing but huge red flags from day one. From day one. Everybody knew the truth from day one. Everybody knew the truth. But you know what? Like law enforcement, got to rule everything else out in order to rule the one thing in. And that's been done. That's been done. Oh, they're not going to go look because they know it didn't happen. That's why they're not looking. You're not going to look when you know. You're not going to look when you already know the truth. That's, and they showed that from day one. We all know it. Hey, I appreciate that, Eve. I appreciate that, hon. God bless. So it is what it is. Yeah. But tomorrow night, Lisa, me and you'll show the pictures you sent over. And and we'll actually play. We'll actually play where, Ronnie said what he said and then we'll play what Pruitt said as well. We'll show. We'll show that, this is what law enforcement's saying, not us, but law enforcement. Absolutely, girl. We're here for summer. We're here for summer. And we're going to keep being here for summer. This is her channel. This is her channel. And I'm going to tell you, mods, I'm going to tell my mods right now. Daisy comes over here picking on Ziggy V or anyone else in this chat. Her, Jinkies, any of them. You have my blessings to block their asses. Block their asses. Do exactly to them what they would do to you. Do to them what they would do to you. And I'm going to tell you.
I don't know why they didn't block them to begin with.
They would do it to you for just saying Summer's name in their chat. So I don't know why the hell we're even allowing them to come over here into our chat at all. I don't know why we're even letting them in here at all. They come back in here. I want them blocked. I want each and every one of them blocked. You come over here from Daisy's channel, your ass will get blocked. Daisy, you will be blocked. All of y'all's asses will be blocked from now on. You are not welcomed here. This is Summer's channel. This is Summer's channel. If you are not for Summer, don't come here. If you do not support Summer, don't come here. We do not do click likes and views. What we do is stick up for the victims. For the victims, not suspects, victims. We are all about the victim. You are a victim. We are here for you. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. I'm not going to put up with no more of Daisy's shit. She's got the right name. She's got the right name. Crazy. Right?
That she does.
You have to be crazy to go support suspects. Like I said, if you are not a criminal, you are not a suspect, you are not a criminal, then you are the victim. Now, you're just a victim that hasn't got yet, but you're still a victim.
Like I said, I want to see polygraph tests.
We need to be for what we are. We need to be for what we are.
PG, they can pull all this other stuff out. Why can't they just pull the polygraph tests? Get copies of the polygraph tests and pull them out and put them out on the screen. They can't do that, can they?
Do what?
The polygraph tests.
They
can't pull those out and put those up on the screen, can they? That Donnie and Candace took, that they so-called passed.
They didn't pass. If they truly passed those polygraphs and everything the way they're supposed to done, they would have been cleared. They asked Candace to come back and take the polygraph.
Yeah, but if they're so innocent, why don't they just post those? Why doesn't Daisy post their polygraph test on her screen? If they're so innocent.
I'm going to tell you something. Why don't Daisy ask them to go to Steve Wilkos like we did? And Don said, oh, yeah, let's get it done. And then he backed out. He backed out because he researched and found out Steve don't fuck with you. You're not going to pull one over on Steve, right?
Right.
So Don won't go because they're not they're not innocent. If you're innocent, you're going to go and do whatever you have to do to clear yourself out here in the eyes of society because you want people's help in finding your child. All you care about is doing whatever needs to be done to help your baby. They don't give a damn about that. They don't give a damn about that, man. That ain't what they're about. Right? I mean, you it's
And if
sad.
they do take another polygraph test, they need to make sure they're not nervous before they go in.
I'm going to tell you something. Don and Candace Wells was not there for their children. They wanted their children to be there for them. Don and Candace Wells, didn't want to pay child support. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I think they really have been showing up a little bit in what time, the few times they have in court and, so forth and so on. But it's because they don't want to pay the child support and they knew they wasn't going to be able to get the big tax break this year, right? Off the back of their children. That's what them kids were to them. That's what they was to them. They, these kids were living on in dirty beds, hardly ever getting bathed, or clean clothes. They was eating a dollar pizza to, keep them going in life. And I'm not sure if they got one every day, but what I'm saying is, Candace, the very day Summer came up missing, Candace stops and gets smokes, and she stops and gets vapes, and she stops and gets twisted teas, but she couldn't stop to get that baby some breakfast. Fuck that. Didn't stop to get that baby no lunch. Didn't stop to get that baby anything but a freaking slushy the whole day. Let me tell you another thing that's weird about this whole situation. It seems like Candace and Grandis focused on Summer that whole day. Candace told Hunter that she was taking Summer fishing. It sounds to me like they took Summer, Grandis go to the doctor, and, get Grandis's prescription. But it seemed to me like it was like a Summer's day out. They just wanted, Summer. To take Summer, like it's almost as if they knew that that's the last time they was going to have with her. They took her, to the fishing place where she really liked. They took her, got her slushy, and they're the favorite kind she liked. It seems to me like, it was a little bit like a summer day out. That was really weird as well, if you think about it. Right? So count that in the equation of everything else as well. It just doesn't fucking add up and look right to me.
PG, let me ask you a question. I was asked this the other day. Okay, they said that Summer was seen in a pink tank top and a gray pair of shorts, right?
It was a pink jacket and a gray pair of shorts.
Okay, well the jacket that she had on had the pants to it. And I'm telling you, if you slow the video down, you can see what looks like a pillow or something white in front of her knees that's up against the back seat in her knees.
That's the pissy pillow that nobody would
This
sit on.
pissy pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she was swimming, don't you think that the seat would have been wet? I mean, they did change her at the pond, but why put a hot jumpsuit on her and roll the windows up in 87-degree weather? Because let me tell you something. If those milk jugs were cold, there would have been condensation on the right side of her jacket. Okay. And she would have been sweating. She wasn't sweating. Because if she would have been sweating, her shirt would have been wet too.
Right.
Her jacket would have been wet. Her hair would have been wet. Why was her hair not wet? Okay.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Her hair.
And I know kids sleep in odd positions, but I'm sorry, but a child just ain't gonna sleep on cold milk jugs that you claim as cold anyway. It's just not gonna happen that way. And Hunter, as far as Hunter goes, that boy couldn't even keep his story straight. His mama had to coach him into whatever he said. You know,
Right.
I watched the whole interview, and that boy didn't even really know what to say.
Candace said that she changed Summer at the pond. Candace said that.
No. She changed Summer at the house,
No.
is what she said.
No, she said
Oh,
that
back into her regular clothes, yeah.
she said she put the regular clothes on Summer at the pond. Hunter
Oh,
said
yeah.
that she changed Summer into the bathing suit at his house, is what
Right.
Hunter said. And then Candace said no, that Summer already had that on when they left that morning. So, you know, but Hunter, I hate to say it, I believe Hunter more than I believe Candace. Because Hunter
Yeah.
really had no reason to lie.
Right.
So there you go. When a human passes away, they do start leaking body fluids. That's true. When a human passes away, they defecate and they do start leaking some kind of fluid. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they do leaks. You know, that's why. You know.
I wonder if Summer was Donnie says that she wasn't dead in that photo, right?
Right.
But if perhaps if Summer was dead, I wonder if they took, because I know you can buy the foundation and stuff in a real light color, okay? All those photos were cropped of Summer.
I think you're right, Linda. I think you're right. Why would they have needed a pillow for her to sit on? Because she wouldn't have been wet if they changed her at the
swimming hole.
not right. What do you think, PG? I think you're right. I think you're right. But that was a pissy pillow. Candace lied. That was a pillow she pissed on, right? It's because she didn't. I mean, Allie outed her ass, right? Allie outed her, right?
But I still think that they put makeup on that little girl. And then they took pictures of it, okay? Because in the video, her lips are purple and around her fingers are purple, okay? That wasn't no fingernail polish, guys. Come on.
I'm Square Garden of America, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you, old Square Garden of America. I could tell by your pictures. I figured, I figured you telling me more about you than me. But I see your old ass face in that picture right there. and, and now I know that you got false teeth, and I know that you wear fucking diapers. Right? So why don't you go change your ass? And you know what? I hold on while I stick a bag over my there we go. Let me stick this bag right here over my boot because I don't want you to get none of your shitty diaper on me. Boom, there you go. I gave you a boot right in your dirty diaper. Get the hell up on out of here, right? Nasty. You butt nasty. Damn. Oh my God. That was disgusting. Right?
Right.
Ew. Old bitch had a dirty diaper on, needing to be changed. Wow. That's gross. I actually needed that laugh. I really did. Girl, you don't even know.
Oh my God, I watched Justice for All the other night. And he did that farm thing, and I just rolled laughing. I thought that was so funny. I asked him today in chat, by the way, if he got his new wig in, and he could do Sherry and Daisy riding cows. He said he'd try to do that one for me.
That is funny as hell.
That was. I can't wait to watch that video. And that ain't nothing. That ain't talking bad about you, Sherry. So don't even go there, woman.
Brown Bear Jubilee. Brown Bear Jubilee. We know where the fuck you come from, butt nasty. Get the hell on out of here. Get the hell on up out of here. You fucking two-faced bitch. You used to watch this channel and be over here all sucking up to everybody and shit, and then all of a sudden your freaking evil ass turned. God had you slither your nasty ass the hell up on out of here as well, right? Shut the fuck up. Get the hell out of here. God removes snakes like you. Why you try to crawl back in here? You got caught. Your nasty ass got caught. Yeah. Go join those fucking two-faced nasties that got booted out of here a long time ago as well.
Now, PG, you know they'll be right back up in the chat, even though you booted them out.
They always come crawling back, right? Freaking snakes.
How do you keep them from getting back into chat, though?
No, I don't. I just let them crawl back over here so I can step on their head one more time. Right? That's what I let them do. I unblock those bitches. I unblock them and then laugh when I see them crawl back in, right?
Right.
That's the amusement.
I bet they don't go into Daisy's chat talking that kind of shit. Neither can just boot their asses straight up out of there. You ask about Summer, she'll boot you out. She's blocking everybody in chat. Miss Daisy, tell her, Candace, you need to block that one.
Yeah, that's what they are, Kim. Creepy crawlers. That's the truth. She said the creepy crawlers.
Did Ronald fall asleep down there in chat?
Yeah, I think Ronald did. I think Ronald fell asleep.
I think so too.
Wood Fairy says, my disabled son doesn't talk or make sounds, but by God, he just laughed his ass off at you, PG. Amen. Even my son thought it was funny as hell. He's still laughing. Oh my God. Thank you. He needed that. Yeah. Hey, God works in mysterious ways, right? When we boot them, they call elderly abuse. That ain't that the truth. That is hilarious. Yeah, Miss Daisy's so lazy she don't want to block people for Candace. She's like, here's a wrench, block them yourself, right?
Now they're in there talking bad about Candace. So we just have to block them out of chat, or they're asking questions about Summer. So
Yeah.
let's just block them out of chat, and we'll just talk about Summer another day, and just block them again.
What? You said Summer? You said Summer's name? You're blocked, right? That's what she does.
Right?
If they come in here and say, if they even come in here and say Summer's name, you block them. You block them, right? What the
Right?
What the hell is she talking about? Are you serious? Wow. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, I bet she's. I don't know if she feels like hot shit, but she smells like it, right? She smells like it, and that's coming from Donald. That's not. We didn't say it. That's Donald said it, right?
Right?
When that she said she smells like it, not us. That's not even our words. I heard that saved our bees. Amen. Amen, Eve. I appreciate that, hon.
Now,
All right.
PG, you know you can't be recording you and Daisy's conversations.
Oh, girl, I did, and I always do. Because I know she lying bitch, man. I know how she is. Right?
Oh
She
my
goes,
God! And this Bob
she
G.
goes saying she'll go saying you said shit that you didn't say. And no. You ain't gonna go saying I said anything, because I'm gonna tell you what, I bring that shit back, right? I bring
Right?
that back. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna tell you, don't be a snake, but be as smart as one. Be as
Hey,
smart
is
as
that Bob G in chat, by the way?
yeah,
Creep that.
exactly. Don't ask any questions about Summer or how she disappeared. It's not allowed. Exactly. Over at Miss Daisy's, it's not allowed. Yeah, they'll block you. They will block you. I've seen people get blocked for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be crazy crime critters or something. I'm not sure what her. She's always changing it. She's always changing it. She changes it up because nobody wants to watch her, and then they think they got a new channel.
She got mad at me one night because I told her that they were all over there laughing about whatever it was, and I told Miss Daisy, I said, Miss Daisy, I said, you
Yeah,
need
that's
to
true.
channel to As the World Turns. And she said, no, I don't neither.
Yeah, she's got their cash up and everything up, right? She's got. Man, did you see me get that $100 took from her? I, I knew that. I knew for a fact when I came out, and when I came out and did what I did, I knew she'd put up Candace's cash app and get her money took. I was rolling. That was some funny shit. I thought I was going to fall over, laughing my ass off, right? That was a funny shit, girl. She got $100 gone. That shit was gone. Candace done got it and spent it. That was
Oh,
funny
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
You
they
know
still
she
ain't
did.
thanking for it.
She's like, okay, Donnie, let's go. Let's go buy all this booze and alcohol. The booze and drugs, The crackheads live down the road. We can go buy some crack from Fred Hill.
Cricket Arrow.
I haven't figured out.
Yes.
Donnie likes the crack.
Take that.
And PG, I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, Donnie likes the methamphetamine. No, Candace likes the methamphetamine and Donnie likes the crack. So Donnie has to go buy the meth and the crack so they can both do it together.
Oh, of course, he was doing a live one night, and he's doing himself up, and then next thing you know, you seen him doing her right on a freaking live. I was like, whoa,
Wow.
Really? That's the truth. That's the truth, girl.
Was that on Ziggy's Live? Oh, that must have been on Molly Golightly's Live. And I remember the live that they did. And
you got
Candace
that right,
did
Beth.
something to the door. Candace did something to the door, and Donnie was cussing at her. And he hit her, and Candace says, Donnie, the whole world just seen that.
Yeah. And that night he wasn't playing. He was really pissed, and he was trying to call her out, but she knew. She knew. She knew. He thought he's in the clear because he had that alibi.
Oh, but no, that wasn't only one. That was 7 alibis.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't remember saying. And then he was joking about it.
Yeah, he's a liar. He's a liar. But
Donnie tended to forget everything he said. So I'm kind of wondering if he forgot everything he said over there on Daisy's channel too,
But I'm going to tell you something. Even if Donald pre-planned it, Candace was that baby's mother. She's the one that carried it for 9 months, right? She's the one. She knew for sure Summer's hers. I mean, even if Donald wanted to sit around and act like Summer might not be his, or, whatever men do. Because there's some men like that, right? Some men are that. And a man don't carry that kid for 9 months. But the woman does. And that is her baby. And even if he pre-planned or whatever, that was Candace's daughter. And if she carried something like that out for him, if she really, carried something out like that for Dom Wells, I have a lot less respect for her than than I would for him. Because, a mother is supposed to protect her children. For a fact it's your child. For a fact it belongs to you, regardless of what that man says. And even if it belongs to him. And I've seen a lot of guys, try to tell my girlfriends, oh, well, this ain't my kid. And my girlfriends have cried. They have cried on me. I haven't dated anybody. Yeah, girl, I know. And that fucker knows too. He's just saying that. He's just saying that to be an ass. But the point being is, and like I tell my girlfriend, what? When you have it, get a DNA test on it and sue his ass, right? Make sure he pays child support. Don't go back to that bum, but make sure he pays for his kid. And you know what? even they, and like I tell them, it's your kid no matter what. It's your baby. That's a blessing. That's a blessing, man. Don't worry about, you know, him. Worry about you and your baby. That's your child. And, the point being is when you're a mother, you are the one that's supposed to be protecting your child. I mean, you don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, fucking do anything to your baby. And you sure the hell shouldn't be doing anything. Right? It is
Right.
what it is. I mean, I don't know the situation there with Don and Candace Wells, but I do know they're the number one suspects. I do know that Donald said what was tended had been carried out that day. I do know that he said he was crying in a picture a week or so before. Dudley also said he was walking around like he lost his best friend. You know, and if indeed, this was pre-planned, which I'm believing it is. That's what I believe. Then Grandis and Candace were the ones there to see it got that it got carried out.
Oh,
They
she
were the
hates
ones
the
there
word
to make sure it
Grandis.
got carried out. And what the fuck? And I cannot support. I cannot support this. I'm sorry. I cannot support suspects. I just can't. Our job is to support Summer. Our job is to find the truth for her. Our job is to face the truth. When we see it, face it. That's what our job is. Nothing more, nothing less.
PG, who come out with Grandis?
Huh?
That is a funny name for her, Grandis.
That's what they got. Because her name was Candace too. So that's how she got the name Grandis.
Oh Lord. I've often wondered who named her that.
Right.
Everybody talks about it on Facebook or YouTube. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
You can see her Grandis mentioned like 1,500 times in the chat.
I got some questions upon Grandis as well. I've got some questions upon Grandis as well. Um, but I'm gonna have to play that out tomorrow night. I got to get out of here tonight. I really do have to. I have to get out of here. So, but I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate all of you guys being here and sticking with us tonight, supporting Summer. I really appreciate everyone that was here tonight supporting Summer. God bless. God bless. And I so appreciate it. And I know if Summer was here, she would want to tell you how much she loves you and how much she thanks you for being here to support her. So I'm going to tell her for you. We are her voice. And I know that's what she would have to say. So God bless. God bless. Um, you don't know how grateful, I am that you all are here supporting Summer just like me. Um, God put this baby a strong army together. Let's stay together. Let's stay together and keep fighting for her until she's found, brought home, and justice is served. Let's continue to fight for this baby. This is about Summer. It's not about anyone else, right? It's not. And but we cannot allow people to be attacking us. We cannot allow people to be turning on Summer's back and just sit there and say nothing. We have to call this stuff out. We have to. And by God, we're going to. We're going to, um, when need be. When need be, it will be done. So, you know, I want to ask everybody, as I ask every time we're here together for summer, please keep those prayers going up for that baby. Please. It's took a long time, but I could tell God is answering our prayers. I mean, at one time we were praying to get her back in the light, and she was, and she is now. We're just praying to get the main focus off of all the BS and onto the right people, and that's happened as well. Now, let's continue to pray. Let's continue to pray that she is found and justice is served. Keep those prayers going up for this baby, please. God's listening. We got his ear. He's listening. In the name of Jesus, please keep praying for her. Pray for one another as well. Please pray for one another. And if you have extra time, pray for PG. Pray for me and my family. God knows we need it. All right, everybody. Um, I'm going out of here. And Lisa, I so appreciate you coming on panel tonight, girl. And tomorrow night we're going to bring those pictures out. I'll bring out Pruitt and the sheriff saying what they had to say. And I will also want to bring something to the table that Grand has said as well. You guys are going to come back here tomorrow. You're going to hear all of this and see some things you haven't seen. Um, Lisa knows a lot about the Wells. That's why they're giving her a hard time. That's why she's being attacked. The devil always attacks the good people. I'm going to tell you, girl, if you're getting attacked, you know you're doing something right. You know you're doing something right. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. All right, everybody. Um,
PG, when you put those pictures of those text messages up tomorrow, can you mark that lady's name out so people
oh,
doesn't try to
yeah,
attack her on Facebook?
absolutely, girl. Absolutely. I do not ever put no names in anything when we're pulling pictures up. Just the pictures, that's it. So
Okay.
don't worry about that. That's what I'm saying. I have to put it in content, and that's that's when you put stuff in content, you have to take a lot out to keep the um, for the protection of other people and so forth.
Right.
Absolutely. I'll make sure that I'll make sure it's all good. And I appreciate I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you supporting Summer. God bless, man. God bless.
We gotta support Summer. We're her army and her voice.
Amen. Absolutely. You got that right, girl. You got that right.
Summer
And
has no voice, so
I'll
we have
talk
to
to
be a
you.
voice for her.
I'll talk to you behind the scenes, Lisa. I hit you up over on Facebook first thing tomorrow, and
Okay.
and I can call you on there when I get a break or I get off work. I'll call you
Okay.
on that and speak with you before we come in here. All right, everybody. God bless. Much love. Good night, everybody. Good night. We're going to play Summer Song out of here.
All right. Good night.
Good night, sweetie.